Y'all want the fall of Fett to eat the cake. Eat the cake. You thought I was joking, but I'm not. Super fat man with cake in his hand. You all think I got the jokes, but I don't. 100% spitting facts. Eat the cake. It's so moist. Moist. You don't even need the milk. Put the milk away. Eat the cake today.
Hey guys, hello and what's up, and welcome to another episode of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. We are on episode 133. It's Wednesday once again already. It is hot as hell here. I'm in a bad mood. Don't even feel good for my day at work today, but I'm here. How in the hell are you? What's going on out there in your world? How's the weather? How was your week? Did you find anything over the weekend? What's worth watching? Did you check anything out? What's on your mind? I saw Sinners again. Great movie. Also watched Ginny and Georgia season 3. Oh my God. I was bawling through that whole thing. If you didn't watch that, dude, that's a great show. It's on Netflix. Season 3 really brought it. And that's what I ended up watching over the weekend. And then Sinners again, so Riley could see it. She thought it was wonderful too. That movie's just so good that if you know to look for stuff, like you'll find it in there. Like there's so much to the story. Like I can't wait to watch it again. What else was going on? Weekend was kind of quiet. It was just too hot. It's hot. I know we could have gone to Disney, did some How We Do Disney stuff, but right now it's just too hot over there. It's like sticky hot. I can't deal with it. I'm trying to acclimate myself at work, and once I get there, then we will. Probably going to hit up Disney this weekend for sure. If you're there on Sunday, go check it out. Big announcements coming out at Disney for some How We Do Disney news. As far as Monsters, Inc. will be taken away, which is located in California Adventure out there behind Hollywood Studios. And can't believe it. Wow. Making room for Avatar. That's what we got going there. 70th anniversary stuff is still going on. Saw some cool coins. If you know my Paul coin story, I'm going to have to go get some of those. There's some Star Wars ones, some Mickey that I definitely want. So I think Sunday I'm going to go hunting for coins. We'll see if we can record and get some content on here. I'm really want to bring up the numbers with Yoko not being here and working on her stuff so much. Like I want to do the same as well too and start. You don't understand how many videos I have, but like it's so much crap that I have to put on there. I think I'm just going to start putting it on and just laying it all out there on the channel for you. See if we can't reach some more, maybe do some of those shorts. I heard those bring more people to the channel. That's it. Might have to bring back some daily stuff. it's getting hot. I'm in a bad mood, so I need some therapy. So I might be just bringing back the dailies. We did, like, we had the dailies going on, and then like Chamba and Cheney were telling me just to make them videos and put that in, and that just kind of messed with my head as far as to do production and make stuff happen, to when I was just jumping in live here, a quick sesh in and out. But therapeutically speaking, I think I like the sesh better, and maybe just put up some shorts and then see how that goes. But I think I'm just going to focus more to try and acclimate through stuff and work through things. We're just in crazy times right now. I won't go over anything because this is our escape, right? To do this. It is Men's Mental Health Month with Men's Mental Health Month. I think I effed that up. Men's Mental Health Month. There we go. Which was constant in my feed. And then I was posting like every day because stuff was coming up. And now it was just like taken away because of political stuff and other stuff. And man, that freaking sucks. Because even when I look it up, it's not there. So that's the reason why it hasn't been in my story. Even when I do like the hashtag of it, it's been like what I've always seen or already posted. But just know, man, like if you're struggling or out there, talk to somebody, make somebody aware, just have somebody listen. You know, that's it. This is why we're all here and we talk and do everything. So I feel like I just want to get into stuff more and going to bring that back, because when it gets hot, I get bothered, and it's gotten way too hot real quick. And then the state of everything right now is just really weird and still messed up. So you'll probably see me hop on here real quick. I'll just send it out. So make sure you have your alerts on. We'll go from there. You know, the usual still tonight, Sarlacc Digest after. I'm still very, very hot, but we have guests on tonight. So I didn't want to miss another show, and I wanted to be here. Sarlacc Digest is coming up next. Of course, that follows. Tomorrow is They're Not Dolls. Did I get anything this week? I think I did. Maybe. I don't know. You have to tune in tomorrow and check out. I'll get it together. Just going over the schedule. Yes, there is tons of people on tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we do have guests. We need to say what's up to the Federation. Just wanted to check in with you. Can't believe it's Wednesday already. Literally. And we had a day today. Very, very long day. So I'm happy to be here. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. We do have guests. We'll bring them on right now. Federation, check in over there. We'll check in with you immediately. We'll hop into some brand new news, you know, what's going on with the WWE. So first up, let's welcome to the stage with a dope-ass background that I'm freaking jealous of now. I think we're barely at the 10-minute mark, so I can't drop the F-bombs. Parental advisory if you don't know already. We just want to be open here. But let's bring Grumps to the stage. What's up, man?
What's going on?
That's cool right there. That's cool. I love the freaking background, bro. That's awesome. You don't understand. I got to walk in here and shimmy and shake just to get over here. I got to pull everything out again and clean up in here. Because like when I run those commercial videos at the beginning, the room is so freaking clean, I get mad. Like I'm not even staring at the video. I'm staring at the background. You know what I mean? Like I always wish that you guys could see my mouse on screen, because like I have figures that fell off the door over here. The roof is horrible right now. I don't know if it's because of the heat, but legends were falling out of the sky.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I got to put them up. Look, like what? I'll tilt real quick. Watch the holes on the roof real quick. Wait. Look. All of those freaking fell, dude, and there's like 2 right now about to fall. Oh my God. Yeah. I gotta get it
figures
fixed.
on the ceiling.
Yeah. I don't have any room
I thought
in
it was
here.
a drop ceiling. I was like, okay.
Nah, dude, it actually goes into a peak. So like
Okay.
all the way up, as you can see, like my background. So half is Star Wars, half is Legends when I do have the lights on, right? But I do have them even coming at me to the ceiling because it goes up. I'm just out of room, right? But like they started falling this weekend, and I was like, oh no, are you serious? So yeah, gotta fix that. Gotta clean up the room. Let's bring everybody's stickers into focus. All right. If you guys haven't already, go check out tonight's show is sponsored by the one and only Moocher. He changed Tashi Station Emporium. Yeah, the link is still below, but if you go over there, he had to switch up names and everything, you know, before he got busted. So, which is a good thing, though. he's doing tons of stuff over there with Tashi Station Emporium. So he changed it. The link still works for everything that Moocher has going on now. Still has your stand, still has everything like that. But go hit him up. He has new stuff. He has new videos. Dude, he did a 1/12 for the Black Series of the whole Emperor's Throne Room. He printed one out. It is freaking huge, dude. But it's beautiful at the same time. So he has that up on the channel right now. He has the files if you want to get the files off of him. It's legit crazy. And then, of course, don't forget to go over and hit up D Blake Makes. Treat yourself and use the code Fallen Fett for 20% off your next order. Go hit him up. It is too late for Father's Day. That is your fault. It is, right? Yeah. Homie's hooking it up. But go over, check out D Blake Makes on Instagram. Put in your order. But if you're wondering and you're like, ooh, I didn't get anything for Father's Day, or you get some extra feria, go over there and hit him up, man. All right. That's it. How the hell are you, dude?
I'm feeling, like you said, Men's Mental Health Month,
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I'm okay right now.
That's good, man. Glad to hear. Glad to hear.
Yeah, I've been in therapy 10 years. So, it's an ongoing process,
It's always a good thing. And then me being me, my therapy was just whoo, that was a story to begin with. She really have I ever stated that one on here? When things were getting really bad, I was out there to one. And this lady, dude, I'm sure I've said it before, but for those who haven't heard it, when I was in therapy, she sat and she looked at me, and then all of a sudden she said Ernie instead of Ernesto. Right? And so that clicks to me right away because like people only know Ernie, right?
Yeah.
And like out there it's Ernesto. So she's like, Ernie, I gotta tell you something new. And I'm like, excuse me, like what's wrong? I'm like, dude, she's gonna commit me. Something's going on. Like, what is going on? And then come to find out, dude, she knows the whole freaking family and my kids and everything. Her son and my son used to be best friends in elementary. So as I'm telling her everything, it didn't click until she started hearing names, and then like I say stuff, and she was like,
this is awkward.
Yes, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And she's like, yeah, like we can keep doing this or probably not, but that was really weird. And I was like, oh my God. But yeah, go to therapy, man. Get it taken care of. Lots of people offer it. Where you work sometimes you may not even know it because it is a thing now. So check with your work if you feel that you have to, and it really helps out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, you getting any good figs in lately?
You know what? I got something that you might be interested in.
What's
I don't
that?
know how well you can see it.
Ooh,
Chrome Mando. I'm sorry.
Is that which one is that?
The Chrome Mando, the Mafix Chrome Mando.
Is it? Do you like it? Is the chrome nice or is it fingerprinting?
The chrome is really cool. The articulation's a little limited. That doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah.
But no, it's it
looks
cuts
good.
a nice pose, a nice silhouette. I mean,
that's what I figured with it. Seeing it, like this thing's gonna come out clean, even though it may not be able to do stuff. But yeah, it's those fingerprints though that get me sometimes, because then you gotta wipe it down and everything. So yeah. But thanks for being here, man. Unfortunately, we don't have a full house tonight, but we'll still catch up and go over everything. But you were able to make it. Thank you very much. And somebody who would not miss it for anything, the Hound was just right in right away. What up?
Yo.
How are you, man?
We are chilling. I'm chilling. I'm ready to have a fun time. Money in the Bank was a cookout.
Money in the Bank, dude, was wow. You know what made it wow for me was the what is it, Clash? Or no, wait, Worlds Collide.
The afternoon show,
Worlds Collide was epic.
The Lucha Libre, the AAA beforehand, that really got me into it. Like that was cool. Did you guys check that out at all?
Yeah, Miss Iguana was a cookout, man.
I got to see most of it. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was nothing compared to the very first time. Things have like changed, but how we have changed and what was going on, I thought it was a cool show. I'd actually really wanted to go and check that out, but it was cool. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't make it out there. But it was a cool show. You had Fluffy there, and then you had a Polar Bear. He took Polar Bear with him. It sucks that I guess he's not that known, but I was flipping out more that Polar Bear was next to him. Do you guys know him from Instagram?
No.
Polar Bear Comedy. So did you see Fluffy there? And they showed him?
Yeah.
And then he looks like a redheaded white boy next to him.
No.
He was on his left. Oh, okay. If you re-see it, dude, that's Polar Bear of Comedy. And that fool is actually Mexican descent. So he's like Canelo. He has red hair and everything.
Oh, okay.
And dude, he's hilarious on Instagram with this stuff. Like his white side staying at my tia's house compared to staying at my real tia's house. And it is hilarious because
I saw who was the guy from Fools Gone Wild?
Yeah, he was there.
He was there.
Yeah. That's wild to see that, right? Or like, how do you get that invitation out there? Just are you hitting up Fools Gone Wild, right? Like, hi, this is WWE. Thank you.
It's a meme account, you know.
Yeah, thank you for checking in, Fools Gone Wild. So who at WWE is watching Fools Gone Wild? Right?
Exactly.
Like who's the down fool over there with the socks raised up and everything?
Was he the guy in the white hoodie with the
with the hockey mask?
Him?
Yeah, that's the channel of Fools Gone Wild, and it's popular with the sock checks and showing fights, and there's even Fools Go Disney.
Yeah,
that page.
I've seen that,
Corinne still waits for the day to me to pop up on there. I'm like, well, it's gonna be summer. I gotta bust out the Dickie shorts and everything. Because there was like one where they showed like everybody walking through Disney, and that's me. My socks are up. I got my Dickie shorts on, my shirt. And she's like, you're going to be on there one time. And I'm like, yeah, probably. I said, I'm not even mad at it, though. That'd be awesome.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. Like, passing in the background or something.
I swear. But thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah.
We'll go over everything. Like, we'll just touch on the AAA stuff real quick, and then we'll do Money in the Bank and what happened on Raw, and we'll get into it. But let's see who's here tonight. Part of the Federation. We'll say what's up real quick. We got Mark Rose is here. What's up? Hound is right here. Marcus, the #1 moderator. Thank you, Marcus, for being here every show. I greatly appreciate you. How are you this week? Marcus always keeping me up to date on the entertainment stuff and everything. Speaking of Marcus, is there something that we got to bring up first, major going on entertainment-wise or no? Shit.
Yeah.
Predator. I saw that cartoon, dude. I told Adam right away. Did you guys see it?
Yeah, I watched it today.
Perfect
movie, 10 out of 10, dude. I loved it.
Dude, it was so good. Grump, do you like the Predator franchise?
I do. Yeah, no, I do.
You got to check this out.
I got to watch it. I wasn't even aware of it until a couple of days ago.
So good. Did you watch Prey?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Great movie as well, too.
Yeah.
So it's based off the basis of Prey, how we went back. And they continue the cartoon into 3 different stages as well.
Okay.
Great. R-rated cartoon. Awesome. Animation. I like the style. Did you like the style, Hound?
Yeah, I loved it. Like I'm so happy Spider-Verse happened because I feel like animation was very like stagnant. Because it was always like the same exact
opened it up for people.
Yeah, because Spider-Verse, like companies try to, copy what's most popular. And because Spider-Verse was really popular, now like we're getting animated movies that look just so amazing. Like this Predator movie, the Puss in Boots movie, and it just the movie looked so awesome. I loved it. The samurai one was awesome. The one in World War II or whatever was a cookout where the guy kept swearing at the Predator. Like
I was just so entranced by it. I just wrote the whole ride through. But then immediately after, I'm messaging Adam, and I'm like, Adam, dude, there's ninjas and predators. You have to check out the show. And he's I already did. It was great. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
so it was that.
I need that Predator from the second story, dude. Come on, NECA, please. I need it.
That was pretty good. I would love to see these. Yeah. But you guys haven't checked that out. Please go check it out. It's definitely worth your watch, as 80s baby Dario would say. And it was a good one. But Marcus hits us up with all our news and what's up. He's our #1 moderator here. He also has a brand new bingo cards for you. If you want to play some Fett Chronicles bingo, go hit him up and he'll send you a card. Something fun that we play along with here. What's up, Grumps?
I was going to say, I saw you mentioned Sinners, and I bought the movie over the weekend.
Uh-huh.
and I
And
watched it, and it was great. I loved it.
Yeah,
It-
me
It
too.
was worth, the $25 I spent on. It was great.
it was so good. And like I said, this was my second time watching it because I had to have Riley watch it. And I was still catching things that I didn't catch the first
Yeah.
time. One being, did you guys catch when the music kind of changed to Dre? I would say like
No.
it was kind of like a Dre beat, and there was two gangsters on the side. I didn't
Don't,
catch that the
Mm.
first time, dude. And I heard it and saw it this time, and I was like, dude, how did I not catch that the first time? I literally heard it change to almost a very Dre-like beat,
Okay.
and then there was two, one with a blue rag and one with a red rag, and they were on the side. And I was like, I didn't. It such a great movie. Such a great movie.
I love the that Irish song when everyone was like partying like that.
Yeah,
I love that.
That was good. He played that role very well.
Yeah,
He
he was so cool.
He had me frightened by his talk. Like, even though he was specific and still like what he I think, what was probably frightening was the truth that he was telling.
Yeah.
While he said everything, right? So it was just so matter of fact, but he brings you in and then you know what he is. And it was like, yeah, it was pretty frightening. He played it well.
Yeah, and Haley Steinfeld in that movie is crazy.
Yeah.
For her first R-rated movie, dude, like her adult movie, right? And she goes into it off that train. I was like, oh, wow, okay. This is, wow, we're doing this. Okay. Woo! All right. Yeah. We got Stormfire Blizzard here. Greeting and salutation. What's up, Stormfire? How are you? Hound, it's right here, bro. I'm sorry. I have to get sent out. Work has been so crazy. I haven't had a chance to run in there, but I will.
It's fine, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We got Winger Loses here. What's up, man? How are you? Welcome to the show. My eyes. What did I? Oh, yeah. Sorry. So many live streams tonight. Yeah, but thanks for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Another drive-by flashing the new Ernie. What's up? Saying what's up? What's up? We got Felipe here. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, folks.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you. I caught the last half of Sinners, and it's good. But you got to sit down and watch the whole thing. We got John here. What's up? Got to catch the replay, but have a good night. Hey, thanks for checking in and hitting that thumbs up, John. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yes, take care. There we go. Sonic is here. What's up, Sonic? Hi, how are you? Let's see. Ernie living dangerously with figs on the ceiling. Yeah, did you guys not know that?
Crazy.
I had no
out
idea.
of room. I have to put them up somewhere. I had it's the carded ones, so at least I have that, right?
I don't even want to know how you get them up there. That's, I'm sure, another story.
Or Ernie's kind of like a step stool.
Yeah,
it is a step stool. and Riley has to help.
Oh,
and she's handing me everything, and I'm like, once I have my balance, and then I'm on that top step, I'm like, okay, give me Rhino and 4 tabs.
Oh, goodness.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm out of room, but I got to put up the carded. Has any toys fallen on you? Yeah, no, not yet. I will say, though, I missed it probably by at least maybe 2 minutes as I came in and grabbed something, and then literally the living room's just right out there. And I sat down, and all I heard was like that crash and thud. And I knew what it was, too. And I was like, oh, man. And then I thought of that, too. Oh, I just missed it. What's up, John to the Ross? How are you? Welcome to the show. What's up, Shelf Presents?
Hey.
Saying what's up to the collector. Saturday was a good day of great wrestling. It was. Yeah. I enjoyed it a lot. Mr. Iguana getting a push. That was crazy, right? I saw that yesterday. Ringside is going to give him a figure. Oh, for reals?
I think we're just asking if people want a figure of him.
Everybody loved him. Killer of Killers is great. Yes, it is. I mean, Alien Earth trailers, TV shots coming out today. Oh, there is. I'm excited for that now. And the Superman 2025 trailer came out today as well, too. Stuck on a job all day. So, no, I didn't know about any of that. If you can tag me, Marcus, please, so I can check those out after. I really got to be more organized with the news. Sorry. No, you are organized. I appreciate it. Savage Land, Shauna, Rogue, and Sauron revealed today. Really?
Yeah. You didn't see?
No, dude,
Comic-Con exclusive.
Jumped in.
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is a 3-pack with Sauron, Savage Land Rogue and Shanna.
They finally did her, huh? Wow.
Yeah,
Does she look good?
I need her, bro. I need her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that Rogue, bro.
Nice. Comic-Con exclusive. Was there a show today or something, or it was just an announcement?
No, I think. Gosh, what website revealed it?
Some random website. I don't know.
Yeah, I forget the name.
Oh, okay. We had one of those reveals.
Yeah.
Wasn't it supposed to be Yojo June today? Did we have any reveals of that?
They
the
canceled the
stream was,
stream.
Yeah, they canceled it.
Really? Oh no!
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
Didn't say.
idea.
Oh,
Might be politically related. You know.
Okay. Did they give a press release on stuff or no? They didn't even show anything.
I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
There was some pre-orders though. The slaughter went for pre-order still. So
okay.
They did not put up the police officer figure. They held that one back.
Okay. Now I get it now. Okay, got it. Michael B. Jordan did an incredible job playing both Smoke and Stack. Dude, when I started it, I that was something I didn't know that was kept from me, that was a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so JoJo was the one, my oldest son, who was just crazy over it, right? And telling me that I had to go see it in the IMAX. That's what took me so long. Like, he really wanted me to see it the correct way. Unfortunately, I didn't get down the hill to go see it like that. And then literally was pulled out of our theaters, and we found out that an IMAX opened up here. Oh. And they were showing the Tom Cruise movie. So I was like, dude, that sucks. I'm hoping that this maybe like around Christmas or the holidays gets a resurgence. You know, they do that sometimes. Yeah. When something's so popular, they'll re-release it at the end of the year. I'm really hoping that happens and I can go watch it the correct way. Because JoJo said just seeing it in IMAX was like, the music is just so overwhelming. It gets to you. It's really, really affects you, he said. And that the way it was shot was just some of those looks, because he's watched it at home and he was like, Dad, that scene, like especially the dance scene, he was like, you should have seen it in IMAX, right? Like, damn, okay.
Yeah, because you can definitely tell when like the aspect ratio changes, when like that's when it's just gonna go down.
I felt that too. Yeah. And then it was kind of making me like, God, I really wish I would have seen it. So when I told him, I was like, oh dang, Joe, I didn't know there was twins. And Joe hit me immediately with the they cousins. That was all. God damn it, that was all. I fell right into that. All right. And cool. Thanks, Marcus. I'll check it out after the show. I appreciate you, man. And thanks for keeping me up on all the entertainment stuff. But yeah, man. So we got a lot going on with stuff. Yes.
Ernie, before you continue, did you hear about Ananda Lewis from MTV?
No.
She passed away.
No, really?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember her. She was a VJ.
Yeah. One of the early 90s, late 80s? Was that her?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, she was, like, I guess in my age group, she was 52. Yeah, she passed away from cancer.
She was only 52? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, that's a shame.
No, I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been on anything today, man. We had a horrible job that was just supposed to actually be one of those, I got a couple minutes. We can stop and go hit it there all day. Literally all day. I had to get on customers' property and just the whole everything. And then it's just blazing hot. And what I've talked about is when you're a worker outside, like construction and everything, you do have to acclimate yourself. And what's really hard is where I live in the desert here, it's so up and down all the time. And so, it's windy at night and you get this and that. But then when it's just blazing hot and it just came like that for the last couple of weeks, like my hands hurt. Like I get blisters on them. They turn red. I got everything. But you got to grab your tools. And that's even with gloves on. Everything just gets so hot. It's there. It makes you hot. You're done with your water. We wet our hats constantly. We have like the shade hats. Yeah. And today felt like it was lasting like 5 minutes and that was it. Like, yeah. And then unfortunately, I was one of those situations where the homeowner was out there the whole time. And that just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just, it just makes it a little rough. Like, I
commenting on everything.
Yes. Yeah. But even when we left, it was one of those situations of right when we left, there's a phone call coming back to me and says, "Hey, Ernie, were you at this address all day because the customer's calling back that you broke their stuff?" And and I'm like, you know what? Okay, that's not dealing with that today. We left okay. You can tell them I'll come back tomorrow and give them a talk. I was not turning around and going to go back and be like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So it's a job for tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just out there all day. No, I didn't get a spot to see anything today like that. I didn't know that was released, so that's cool. Do they say there's more to come, or this was just an internet release as far as for that Savage Land?
Yeah, I mean, Legends usually just does one exclusive, so I think this is it. At least for Legends.
Yeah.
He's the rogue. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it, but
kind of, yeah.
She's a little bit bright, but she looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
That's cool.
Here's like the 3-pack.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There we go. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so they got him in purple.
Yeah.
So he is just the Build-A-Figure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The legs are new because this one has like the ball jointed like waist.
Yeah. What are we doing? Drop down hips?
Yeah, the hips. So this one has like more contemporary, modern legs.
Cool. And what do you guys think of Rogue? Going to be good?
I need a dream figure.
Yeah, of course.
What happened?
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
I don't have Sauron, so it's good for me.
Oh, it's a chance for you to get it then. Yeah. That's good. That's good. I like when they do something like that, you know, that's nice of that, you know, okay, let's put her in, let's give him the Rogue figure. But the way that it's been heading for the last couple of years now is with that scan and just put in your order. It seemed to work out for everybody that everybody's able to get it, you know, so that's a good thing because this is going to be very popular and I know everybody will just get it, you know, so yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Thanks for that, Hound. But yeah, man, we had Saturday. When was it? Last Saturday, right?
Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah, and man, so we had the AAA thing going on. Lots of people were introduced to Lucha. It'd been such a long time since I had seen it. We had Conan on commentary, and I'm not trying to be mean at all, but Conan is at the state of Jesse Ventura. And it's like
Jesse's way better. Jesse's way better than
Jesse goes on tangents.
To go to bed, dude.
Jesse goes on tangents, though, and they're still trying to talk, and Jesse will be like, did you hear the joke I made? And it's like, yeah, Jesse, we got it, dude.
That was a good Jesse, by the way.
Yeah.
And then Conan was like, they're really serious about the Lucha Libre in Mexico. And you gotta understand. Like every other word, it's like, yes. But what's his name on commentary? Who was the other one? Graves. He did a great job. He really did. He was calling each move. He was very respectable to the wrestlers. God, I love the joke when he even said, so would you say that they're giving him the yes guy? Because we're like, those of you who don't know, yes guy is a slang term for Mary Jane. Let's just say that. So as he said it, and it was funny because when Conan had said it, it's like you could see the light bulb and hear it in his voice. He said, the lizard's name is Yeska. Okay, like he knew. Like he was just down. So yeah, when he finally said, and they had the whole Yeska lizard thing going on, that comment just stuck with me when he said, so would you say they're passing around the Yeska? Conan's like, yes, this is really something serious. I'm sure Corey's like, so he did a really great job of his commentary. But yeah, Conan at times for me was like, I know, bro, like be excited. Call it with him. Yeah. But he was spitting out lots of facts though. So that was cool. But for me, it was kind of like having Jesse there. And then like you were saying, Hound, Mr. Iguana got real over. And it's funny because there's a lot of characters in Lucha Libre like Mr. Iguana who have that gimmick of where, you know, like Lucha Libre is the whole mask and what you represent. Like, you know, Ray's, which people know because of WWE, it is specific because that's how it's cut. But then so does everybody else. Everybody else that wears one has a special cut, and the eyes are the same way, and you do the different colors and the representation of your character and everything. And then you do have funny characters in there thrown in there, like Mr. Iguana, and he played it up so good, and people were just tripping out for the first time of seeing him. And I mean, it was kind of like, right, like, where do you think Mankind Mick got Mr. Sacco from, and the way that he rolled it, or when what's his name did
Santino.
Santino, yes, you know, like those came from somewhere, right? Yeah. So I love that we got it out the gate of them showing that, and everybody loved it. And you got to give it up to you got to, and you know what I always say. So today, me and Saul were talking about in the truck, and he said you have a wrestling show tonight, and I was like, yeah. And it's funny because Saul has been picking up on this stuff, right? And then he was like, all don't you remember, like, and he was talking about Santino, and I said, what do you mean, John Cena?
Oh my God. Like, that cracks me up.
The way that he always throws that in there, bro, is just so good. So yeah, he was busting up, but yeah, it's a gimmick like that, and you have to give it to and see, unfortunately, the disrespect. I don't remember who was also in there, Mr. Iguana, but when he wrestled,
Lindsay Dorado.
Okay, he wrestled the iguana.
Yeah,
you're putting on a show. You know, that takes a lot for you to do as well. Of like, the iguana's attacking you, the iguana flipped you. You're making it believable. Like that is such great work and a way to dance with everybody. Like, it takes a lot for him to do that himself and do his flips, and a stuffed animal attacked me. So you got to give it up to him too. But yeah, he went very over. And then when I watched Raw yesterday, and I mean on Monday, and they showed him and his picture and it said Mr. Iguana, I was like, oh man, is this really gonna happen? So I don't watch NXT. Was he there yesterday, Hound?
I think I think he was just in the crowd. Seemed like same thing.
Wow.
You are, so.
But you know that's a good push then, and that's what they need, and be over there. And now maybe people will want to tune into that more who have never ever known about it and get to see this. So that
here's the funny thing. So they were promoting this new show that they're doing, like AAA something. This, like, I think it's this weekend, and apparently you cannot watch that legally outside of Mexico. So they're doing this whole promotion for this show that WWE now owns, and you can only watch it if you're in Mexico. You can't even watch it anywhere. So
you know what? Maybe with this hype about it, maybe that's where we can get things changed with them being a part of it now, right?
Yeah, like they have to make it available. Like
maybe running it on. Okay, so what have we had? We've had Fox have it at one time. I'm talking like SmackDown.
Yeah.
Back in the day, wasn't CW? Doesn't CW have something?
Yeah,
maybe something like that will now be available, because here it is. We've made it popular. We want to see Mr. Iguana. We want to see all the luchas, and the female wrestlers take it to a whole nother level there. They're not divas, and they're not that. I know we don't have that anymore. We don't, you know, we have our own belts and everything, but it took us a long time to get there. What people don't understand is they've been wrestling dudes over there since the beginning. It's not a difference. It would be, you know, them, huh?
I was gonna say these two viejas, Chica Tormenta and Dallas, they could fight men. Those two,
they do. They do, yeah. And they were there, and you're wrestlers. Right. Those were typical viejas that you do not want to fuck with on any given night, because they will fuck you up. And so to see them wrestle and the things that they did, it was great. It was good. But see, that's a thing too of, you know, because of course, once it comes mainstream over here, people are going to ask, well, who's their female champion? Nah, man, it's not like that. They're probably going to be with, you know, a male wrestler. They'll probably be trying to take the belt from a male wrestler, like all of that, which is great. So, you know how maybe this did give the push that we can try it on another network and try and get it back over here, because I think it was well received.
I can see them maybe having a sort of show on Netflix or probably Peacock. I don't know if they'll have like a cable show, but like a one-off streaming thing, I think it's possible, or even probably just on YouTube, like this one.
Yeah, because I mean, we only saw you know what? Right here, shelf. I will be getting to there. What's up, Jesser? Jesser's here too. So many great wrestlers came from Lucha Underground. Yeah. And the thing is there's still so many there. We only got a little bit of a taste of what was going on, right? So that's the other thing as well too. So that would be cool
with the tongue.
Psycho Clown.
Psycho Clown.
Oh.
A whole nother look.
First, I'm like,
when they started bringing that in, because it is done. And look at the way that for the show it was bedazzled. The whole thing, yeah. I mean, Corinne was like, "Oh, ooh, what is that?" with all her stuff. And I'm like, "Yeah, baby, you want me to get you a bedazzled mask?" Yeah. So, because she loves all the bedazzled, because for Corinne, she knows how much of work that takes.
Yeah.
I mean, when she does a shirt or she does ears for somebody, she has to get in the zone, and she has like these tiny little tweezer thingies that have to pick it up, and she's placed one by one by one. Oof. Yoko does it too with like figures when she blings the figures, and that took a while. She has old stuff on hers too, but it takes time. So when you see somebody come out with that done up mask, for someone who knows, that's like, ooh, wow, that's a lot. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he was done up, and they have the whole clown gimmick with everybody over there too, and they fought, and it was a good show. I like seeing the WWE in the crowd, even if maybe it was just a spot or whatever, but it seemed like they showed it.
Yeah.
Now, as we get into my favorite right now, and he still is, Dirty Dom was there, and all of a sudden blew my mind and made a match for Money in the Bank. And I was like, whoa. I don't know. I mean, you guys probably do, but I did not see until literally I got off of work yesterday before I watched Raw, and I saw the story come up. Did you guys know that was set up and the reason why they fought?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Like, so like in the first Worlds Collide, it was Ray and the first Octagon, right?
No, it was an exact match. So what's funny is, in the very first Worlds Collide, it was Eddie Guerrero versus Junior's dad. That was the match. Yes, that was the match that happened. So then you see Dom versus Junior of them, and it was just a redone. So if you really, really knew, it was for a reason. It was a great call out, and it was mad love to make it go to Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So that it was on the grand stage. It was an exact fight of Eddie and him back in the day. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. That is good storytelling right there. To have that happen and not to know, and me find out on a Monday. And I literally sat there like, wow, that's unbelievable. I can't believe that. What a great callback and a thing to do.
And I think Corey Graves also said on commentary that he was in. He actually like watched that show live too, which was cool. That now he's like commentating the second show.
He did at the beginning. Yeah. He said his age. He remembers it and everything. And now that was WCW back in the day, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I just took that as wow. Hats off. What a good job. That was really good. And then they had their match, and Money in the Bank was on after that. They had the Chad versus their champion, and that dude was, I mean, how many times did he spin? Like 4 from the top of the ring and hit Chad? You got to give it up to Chad Gable for how much he's wrestled in the last
insane
2 days. Now Stephanie did the same thing, right? They were saying,
she had a match on.
Times, right?
I think did it end up being 4 in like in a 24-hour period? I think she did 4 matches.
I think it was SmackDown, and then it was the AAA, and then Money in the Bank.
So 3. I thought there was something
NXT.
They're right
when she lost the title, and then it was SmackDown, and then AAA.
Yes,
and then
there it was. In a 24 fucking hour period, dude, she did 4 matches.
Yeah.
And she still looked good.
Yeah. La primera, baby. La primera.
Shout out to her, dude. She is I can understand why they're pushing her so hard. She just fit in really good. She
Yeah.
has the presence. She really does. She has a stage presence. She's already wrestling well. I can't see her like, ooh, she made a mistake. Ooh, she did this. That some people to this time still do. She had it. She was really good. So I get that. So she won her match there. But yeah, the Chad Gable and what was his name?
El Hijo de Vikingo.
Yes. He is their champion. They had them fight, and I got to give it up to Chad Gable. He did really well of taking everything, fighting himself. Now, they didn't say, did he get hurt? Not Chad, their champ. It seemed like he pulled a muscle towards the very end, and he just went through it. I saw them really looking. Did you guys notice that or no?
I mean, he does have a match with Alberto Del Rio like this week, so he might drop the title if he is injured. I don't remember seeing anything.
I didn't see anything pop up about it, but then again, we're limited on that type of news. So
yeah,
I was just wondering.
I don't know if you saw it, Hound. Alberto Del Rio and Vikingo, like they had a brawl.
I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. I want to say it was at a Spanish like talk show or news show or something.
The talk show, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then some people were saying that wasn't a work. That's Del Rio getting pissed off that he knows he's going to be on the way out because WWE bought it. You know, they don't get along with them. They won't keep him.
Yeah, he's a horrible person. I don't even want to say the shit that he's done, but yeah, he's
right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Get him out of there.
I think he knows that, and I think something was said, and then he just went off on them.
Yeah.
If it is a work, okay, shout out to them, because when we talk about it just like this, and they're doing their job right.
Yeah.
But yeah, AAA turned out very, very good. Let's see who gets pushed from that, and then hopefully, like you said, Hound. You know, unfortunately, we can't watch it, but maybe this will give the push that it will come somewhere. Hopefully, that would be cool.
Yeah, if you want to watch any Vikingo matches, I highly suggest them. What match he had with this guy Kenny Omega on Dynamite? I think it was 2023. But that match was it was probably the best match that he's done. Granted, I've seen like 3 matches with him, so I can't really give a fact on that, but it was awesome. He's so good in the ring.
Sonic has a question real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, did Big E really retire due to a neck injury, like he fell the wrong way? Yeah.
It got suplexed on the
really bad
on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. On the outside of the ring, Sonic. Yeah. They suplexed him. When he did, he hit wrong. And he's been out since. He's only on commentary. The crowd still pushes for him. They still love him. He does great on commentary that I wish we had him more. But I'm sure what I feel is like, I'm sure he doesn't want to give up on that dream. And maybe they've asked him and doesn't push it that way, right? And does a little stuff. Because they keep saying, now Sonic, what they keep saying is that that's it. It was life ending. His career is done. They allow him to be there for commentary, and he does that, which he does a good job, but that he was supposed to be done. Then we had this New Day. Now, I don't know, Sonic, if you know or not, but New Day has turned heel, and they're the champions, and they totally disrespected Big E, and the fans thought that we were actually going to get him back. Like this was a push of the things that they said and everything, like Big E's coming back. Could that still happen? Who knows? We don't know, but that's the state of Big E right now.
I think eventually there definitely is a possibility for Big E to come back, because this man broke his neck, retired, came back. Edge broke his neck, came back, he retired, then came back, and then Paige had a neck issue. She retired, and then she recently came back. Stone Cold also had a neck issue, and then he also came back
for a few things, and then he stayed away.
Owens.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know the extent of his specific injury, so it might be different than all the other ones. But if it's, because I think Edge's one was like really bad, so I don't know, but I think wait probably like I don't want to say 10 years because that seems like a lot, but probably around that time because it took a long time for Edge and Paige and Bryan to come back. It just needed time, like several years just to heal. So
yeah, he looks great. He looks good.
Yeah, he's an iron.
We'll bring him up as we talk about some of the matches that happened. So we'll get it right into Money in the Bank first. Hound, who was the first match for Money in the Bank?
The women's ladder match.
So we had we had Stephanie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
We
Stephanie,
had Rhea.
Yeah, Mommy. Then Roxanne Perez, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and Julia.
Yes. Now going into it, I really thought it was going to be Alexa Bliss.
Really?
I did.
Okay.
I thought so.
Wow.
So Naomi ends up taking it, and I was still happy for that.
Me too.
She's been in every one, and her winning it, I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't know why. I thought it's great. She has worked so much and so hard. She's just that face that we know she's good, right?
Yeah.
And it was crazy because, dude, I don't know about you guys, but I even forgot that she left. Remember, she walked out with what's her name?
Yeah.
Dang, you're gonna treat my girl like that, Mercedes Monet.
Mercedes Monet. Yes, Mercedes and Naomi actually walked out and left. They did, and Naomi came back, and she is so
got
good.
Family up in there. So.
Well, yeah, of course, but she worked so hard and kept it 100 there that I forgot about that. Right? She came back right into it, strong, had her build up again. I love the heel turn. It's a great story. She plays it well. She even changed her music. She already has the catchphrase.
Proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution. And it works. Everything has worked. So when she won it, I was like, good for her. Especially she's been in every one and nothing yet. And she really sends it when she's in there. So I'm good with it.
I thought, I wasn't sure how it could go. I was thinking Rhea Ripley obviously is the biggest star in that match, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then there's the two new girls, the hot, new additions, Julia and Stephanie Becker. I was like, well, maybe they'll give it to one of them. And then Roxanne Perez, I love. She's great, but probably not. And Alexa Bliss, I was, but I think Naomi, like you said, with this new character that's caught on, she's got the storyline. There's Naomi's beef with Jade, Naomi's beef with Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
She's got her new catchphrase. Why not? Yeah, let's see where it goes. Because the other wrestlers in this match, they all could. What am I trying to say? They bring their own star power. Like, Naomi could use this little boost of the.
But I'm kind of with you, Grumps, because I felt the same way. It was very hard to call the women's match because any of them could have won.
Yeah.
Any of them could have worked. The only one is, Rhea right now is so over the top.
She doesn't need it.
Correct. I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Yeah,
she doesn't even need a championship. She doesn't even need the push to be Money in the Bank. Rhea is a certified star and can push any match, right?
Yeah.
And they've been using her for that with these matches with Roxanne and everything they're doing, and it's working. It really is. But I feel the only one there is she didn't need it. But even if they gave it to her, you could say, okay, I see why. Popularity. That's, So, it was very, very hard to call that one. But at the same time, any of them won. You had a great explanation, right? Like, okay, that works. Hound, how did you feel about it?
I wanted Mommy or Stephanie, Permetta to win. But as soon as Naomi won, I'm like, she was clearly the right winner. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on the WrestleMania one that we knew that she was going to lose that match to Jade, which it would make sense. And then in order for, as like a I don't say like a gift, but like she would have won. Like we predicted that she would have won the Money in the Bank, which she did, and she definitely deserves it. She's been world champion before.
Yeah.
In WWE and TNA. I think she's like a 2-time women's SmackDown champion. So I'm glad that she's gonna get another chance. And this heel run it's perfect. She this is who she is. This new run of hers is simply amazing. I love it. Like, come on, Mattel, make me some Naomi figures, man. I need it.
Yes, yeah.
Also,
You know what? Go ahead, Grumps.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Now I was just thinking while Han was talking, I'm thinking, Mommy, she forced her way into that WrestleMania 3-way match.
She did.
And then if you give her the briefcase again and give her another, you kind of risk turning the crowd against her.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, she's so white hot that it probably wouldn't happen, but it is a risk.
Correct.
So you're better off going with somebody else. I think.
On the other side of that sword, you're right. It could definitely be that. So let's just keep her hyped and there for the people. Shelf said I didn't have Naomi, but it makes sense for her to get her spot since coming back from TNA where she was a champ. Yeah. And I think that Naomi works so well in the ring that we know that. So it's kind of like Naomi's cool too, but she isn't at that mommy status. But everybody still loves Naomi because she doesn't have any blunders or faults in the ring. Like, she fixes it. She can dance with anybody in there. She's that good. She makes all her matches really come out. Even if somebody else messed up, she will always make it work. Even to where it turns into something funny in the ring and you even see them laughing, it still works out. Works out. So happy for her. Let's see. Shelf says Bianca will be back soon, and this allows Jade to get some championship spotlight. Io will drop it, and Naomi will get it some way at SummerSlam, and then it will be Bianca and Jade in a spot with Naomi.
Whoa.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. I like that. Yeah.
I can go with that.
That'd be awesome if Bianca's like the champion, and then maybe Jade wins, and then Naomi comes in and catches, then immediately just gets
my God.
In there. Yeah. That's a good one too. Yeah. But speaking of that, Io needs more push right now.
Oh,
she hasn't defended her title since
she is good, but she hasn't, huh? She's just like shown up in her spots and that's it. And then I saw, we have the push.
I love her, but they need to give her like more matches or just more, because like she was talking to like Nikki and she's like, you paved the way for me, thank you. Like, that's not what a champion should do. She should be out there either defending her title or getting attacked by whoever wants that title next.
Correct. Yeah, coming after her because she is in that status. She's the champ. She deserves it. She's badass. We need more Io work.
Yeah.
But cool. Awesome. Who was next, Hound?
I think it was
Dominic,
Becky and Lyra.
It was? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I think it's Dominic, and then
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you guys feel at this point. Okay, so we had Becky and the Bird Lady.
I can hear it in your voice.
I laughed when she called her Bird Lady, and I was like, babe, she calls her Bird Lady too. I was like, so is that a thing now? So I was laughing hilariously. But I do not like this heel Becky persona. It only she came out in Seth's jacket, in Seth's coat, I felt.
Yeah.
She then should be there with Seth. I feel that her and Seth should be walking out as a power couple. And not even in that sense, but just here's Seth and the man, and then we have Braun and the big what's his name?
Tsunami
Splash.
Big Bronson Reed.
Big Bronson Reed, yes. But even like not them, do you get what I'm saying? They don't have to be the power couple, but she should just be coming out with Seth in this persona. And as far as for the ladies one of Seth, you're right, you need to take over. I got another belt here. Like, that works for me. Her yelling at the crowd and telling, saying the disrespect and everything was it's just too weird for me. It's not John Cena weird. John Cena weird is just funny. Like at the point it's funny, but I'm not liking this Becky. And just one more before you guys take it was after when we have this commentary after now with the Triple H and then talk about the match. The weird part for me is some people kayfabe it and they're real and happy, and some still stay in character.
They're still working. Yeah.
And she came in working and said,
Yeah.
"What are you all doing? Are you going to stand up for me? You want a question? Yeah, right. That's weird. Even if I was press, I'm like, okay, are you going to be real? Do we have to? Because somebody else was doing that too. But then you have, you know, Jay and Cody come in drunk and laughing and having a good old time, right?
Yeah.
Like, or then you have somebody who won and they're just so happy, like, oh, I've been waiting for this moment. They're still on the high.
And
So
Naomi was out there
she
crying.
and she's like, you better stand up for me. Da, da, da. And I'm like, come on. You know, I was mad. My daughter was there to watch me and she walked away. I was like, I know she's a mom. She has to be happy that her daughter was there. Like, go ahead and cut it and say, oh, this match was real special to me. Rue was in the front row. She got to see her mom wrestle. Something to that effect. For me, I'm not taking it right now.
I'm glad you said it, Ernie, because I agree with you. I'm curious what Ham thinks.
No, I agree. I've said this. It's just not. It's just the same stuff like with the man, and even this is just not really interesting enough. I feel like it would be a bit more interesting if she was with Seth's new like faction.
Yeah.
And they have teamed together before, because I think it was 2018 at Extreme Rules. It was Seth and Becky versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans in like a mixed tag match, and that's like the only time they've really worked together in any sort of feud.
Together. Yeah.
And I think if they add Becky to Seth's group, it would really elevate the group, I think.
Well, because she's throwing it out there. My hot husband. She always says that. You guys are mad because I have my sexy husband, my hot husband. So she is throwing it out there. We need them together already, that he's going to run the men's and she's going to run the women's division. Like, let's just go ahead and show that now. Because to call yourself the man and how our soap opera, our story took place, the bloody nose, the walking into the fans, that was a moment. Holding up the belt, her bleeding, that's a fan moment. You're the man because of the fans. Do you get what I'm saying? Not in that sense, but that's how it works. For you to come out now and still be the man and say, screw everybody, that's not working. Like, it's just, it's not there. I don't like Burr Lady either having it. I feel she still needs more work.
Oh, you don't like her? I like her.
No, I said that before.
I thought they had a good match.
She hasn't grown on me. I think I'm still into the beginning of it. I honestly felt that she got pushed too early. She is getting there though, but I'm still seeing it on my end. I'm being still too picky. You know, this Money in the Bank was better, yes, but the one before that with the mess ups and the way that she pinned her and the holding of the face, there's too much. I feel that Valkyria relies too much on your practice session, and she doesn't know how to work it. So she's waiting for that 1, 2, 3 hits. Okay, throw, bump. And when it gets messed up, you can see it in her face of the, like, you need to know how to dance. If somebody stumbled and fell, what are you going to do to turn that around? Either you're making the call or Becky's making the call, and that hasn't happened. She gets lost and doesn't take it, and then we have, you know, that odd count for the 3 of the last match.
That's what MVP was saying on his IG. I guess he has a podcast now, MVP, and he was saying some of these youngsters don't know how to work. They know how to do a routine and plan everything, but when something goes wrong, they don't know what to do. That's
what I'm saying. You got to be. La Primera Hound, she can work already.
Yeah,
she's seasoned in there. Roxanne, I think she was great on NXT and what she did. When she came first here, she was doing the same dance, but she's already switched it up. She's already moved into able to fix it and go along with the bumps. Her in that ladder match was good. When we just had Raw and her and Liv working together and doing the steps and everything, great. Because some of those didn't work and you saw her switch it. and Liv is seasoned. Liv was able to pick up on it, and they switched the stuff. Worked out great. So that's what I'm saying about Valkyria. She's not there yet. Either you got to get over your little stage fright and know you got to put yourself in that square, and that's it. And who you're working with. The crowd, yes, can get you pumped, but don't let them mess up your dance either. Keep it going. You can work better than that.
I guess that's part of the reason putting her in with Becky Lynch. Like Becky Lynch is supposed to be like a veteran, supposed to be calling the match
to tell her, and maybe their accents are just too much. I don't know.
I wonder if she does have stage work because she is. I'm pretty sure she's like she was like an indie wrestler before she joined NXT. So she has like some like ground base for talent. You know, she knows like what to do and stuff. And she wasn't just strictly trained in like the PC, but I'm sure, you know, they gave her like tips and stuff. So like she's used to, you know, wrestling in front of like, you know, a bunch of different people. Granted, maybe not the size of like, you know, WrestleMania or whatever.
Yes.
But,
yes.
Yeah.
The last mic work she had was good. That was real. That wasn't, I didn't feel like the script where she was coming after Becky this last time. That was good. The other times I felt she's remembering her script. Let your emotion out. Let out that passion. You're supposed to hate her. I know you love Becky. And your idol and everything. Let it work. You're doing this show. Let it be there. Show your emotion, how mad she is. And this last time, that was being expressed. The other times it was I'm gonna beat you, Becky. It wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Shelf says, so hot take. It's not Becky, it's Bird Lady. She was way too green. Valkyrie is just not very interesting. She bores me to death. See? So yeah. Watch Becky versus Bailey will be amazing. Yeah. We'll get into that. I love it. Becky needs to stop dressing like a kid. It's horrible. Bex will be better with Bailey. Bex was carrying all the talking. Yeah, see, that's what I was just saying. Yeah. Valkyrie was pushed too soon. The belt should have gone to Natalya or Bailey.
Or Dakota.
Natalia. You're absolutely right, Shelf. I would have loved that for Nat and give her. And you know what, Grumps? I saw you put your hands up. Give Nat a year run with that Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, that would be a
push there. She's everybody's teacher. She's everybody's mom. She's also your crush. She has so many things.
I mean, yeah, she's Grumps' crush.
And unfortunately, she's Nat. She's a staple, but Nat deserves more for what she has done. Yeah. So I like that, Shelf.
Yeah, it sucks that WWE never really sees her in that light because, like, yeah, she's definitely a tool that can use to like make the whole roster altogether even better. She's like the glue that can make everything just stick a bit more tighter.
You know everybody who's new and who needs to be trained because they get pushed with Nat.
Yeah, that's a thing. I don't know if you guys follow her on social media, because they show her, you know, her and her husband TJ working out with a lot of wrestlers, specifically the guy from oh God, what's his name? The tag team champion from SmackDown. He's always working out with her.
Street Profits, Montez.
No, not Tez. The other guy,
D'Angelo Hawkins.
Angelo Hawkins. He's always in the dungeon with her and TJ and younger wrestlers.
Yeah,
I think honestly, when I will see these clips of them in their garage and stuff, I think she works better with the men because she can, you know, cut loose.
She is. That's what she was trained with. Her tios trained her uncles.
Yeah.
That's who she knows from. So Nat and her husband, they have a gym. That's why they show so much. They have a wrestling center to train people and keep that Neidhart way of wrestling. And I've told my honey that so many times. Not that I feel bad for her because she's such a great representation of the women's division and herself. I just wish she would be pushed more. And I do feel that she should have got this championship, the Intercontinental, and she should have ran with it. They should have gave her a story for a year. It would have been great.
I feel like she's a better fit for AEW because like AEW is more like in-ring focused and she would thrive in that company, honestly.
Chelsea Valkyrie is very weak on the mic. Her in-ring ability is great. I just think she needs to dance more. So that's all. Nat is an elevator. She picks up everyone she's in the ring with. She's just like Dolph and now Snow, the real workers. Yes.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
She is, and I get that, and we know that though, right?
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to give your respect to somebody. You know, you really do. And I think she deserves that. She's in every competition to go for the title. She's in every one of these matches. I mean, she's there. She needs it.
You know what? A sign of respect is they allowed her recently. Hound probably knows this, to go to NWA.
What's up, Taco? They did. Yeah.
Hey, Taquito. So,
what's up, Jay?
You know, they didn't just send anybody. They sent
correct.
You know, their best or one of their best.
And see, that is respect, but on our end, let's give her a bell. Let's go for it. So
because her contract was winding down, and they weren't even using her at all. And then they signed her to a new contract, and she's barely on TV. And I mean, maybe she has more of a backstage role nowadays.
Yeah, backstage with what's her name from?
Yes. Tweet 2 said no. What's up? What's up, man?
Who's she working with? Hound with the Alpha.
Oh yeah, Maxine. Yeah. She's on
Maxine.
TV backstage, but
and has Maxine not gotten better?
Yeah, she has.
Her presence in the ring, her presence on TV, her moves have gotten way better. She's still not there, but I'm sorry, you can put that to Nat. For
probably
we know that she's with her, you know? She is that. You're right, Shelf. She is that elevator. So that's cool. But yeah, okay. Becky needs to switch and come back, or she needs to be there with Seth. And we need something to happen over there. Maybe now that she has the belts, who knows? But I really thought it was going to happen when she came out with Seth's jacket. Tell me that wasn't Seth's red coat.
They could do a better version of the Death Riders. WWE. Than whatever's going on in AEW.
If they both want this power, give it to them. I think so.
Man, they've been cooking for a minute now. I think it went bad. It's time to throw it out.
Watch the crowd in Texas freak out when Heyman beats Moxley with the help of Swerve, Ospreay, the whole roster. Darby's gonna come in.
You gotta start over, bro.
Okay, so who do we have next? Dirty Dom and
Octagon Jr.
Octagon Jr. And like I said already, if you're just tuning in, what's up? Very special match. This was made on AAA, which blew my mind during the Worlds Collide event. I'm still loving Dom. The crowd is loving Dom. Amazing. And then they made this match. And if you missed it and you're just tuning in, this was an exact replica of the match 20 years ago of the very first Worlds Collide of Eddie Guerrero and Octagon Sr. And now we had Dirty Dom and Octagon Jr. Great. Oh, my God. That is great, right? I had no clue. And Dom came through. It was a great fight. I think people realize now, to get over the heel persona, that Dom has worked all his life as a kid. He's been there. It wasn't just his jump with his dad. He's been doing this. He sells so good. He can work in the ring and switch up anything really well. And I'm loving him as the champion. And so to see that match was great. It was also a great respect to the Lucha Libre organization to have it on the pay-per-view and then showing them there. So that was cool. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm being a Dom Mark. I really need to get a Dom shirt, and so
I'm with you. Ernie. I think this is his time.
Yeah.
He spent the last, and Hound probably knows this as well. He spent the last couple of years not on TV, on the house shows, working with Cody Rhodes, working with CM Punk, and on his back all the time. And now it's time for him to get some W's, and you could see it in the product that he puts out.
Yeah.
What do you think, Hound?
Yeah, definitely. He's gotten so much better. Not just like his like in ring work, but also his mic work, his just like his persona that he puts on when he like steps foot on stage. It's amazing. He's so good. Yeah.
I love
And
that.
he is constantly working.
Yes.
Like when he does interviews, he is
Yes.
in character.
Yeah. He is it. Let's let this run. Go ahead. I am loving it all. Machu says Dom has really good psychology and timing for a wrestler his age.
Yeah.
Yes, because he's been doing it for so long. He's good. He is really, really good. I'm glad where he's at. I'm happy for him. And I love his story right now of turning. You know, the whole Roxanne throwing in, Liv getting mad. This is going good.
Yeah.
Like where I feel like, okay, Judgment Day, you know, we had the switch and we had them take over. And then it was like that. Unfortunately, Carlito's not there. And he was great comedy in the background. But this whole story of Finn trying to get them busted or whatever, that's working out hilariously too. So I'm all for it. That's good.
I don't know if you guys saw it. Hound probably saw this, but while I was watching, I don't know what Hound was, it Raw or the show, and Finn was making all these faces, and I was just like, that's gonna be a meme.
Yeah,
And then
it was last week. Yeah,
yeah. And then Finn posted it on his own thing.
He posted his own. He did.
Yeah, it's
that's
so
hilarious.
Funny.
Yeah,
so funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Shao says Dom is the real deal, and peeps are going to hate this take also, but so is Logan Paul. I've watched wrestling for over 40 years, and I hate to say it, but he has real talent. Still a douche and a piece of shit, but he is good.
With self-presence on that, I agree.
Like, As best friend wise for Steve and Melissa, I can no longer like Logan Paul, so I can't, but I will read all the comments and put it there. They're not a Logan Paul friend from where they live and everything. And they've told me more stuff. They're huge into wrestling. Like, I'm hoping that next year we can all, the four of us, go on the show together or something. That'd be great. Yeah. But I'm throwing it out there for you, Steve. I got your back, brother. So, yeah. All right, Shel, with you watching so much, are you been enjoying these wrestling shows? Because people have been telling me that they love it and they think it's good. So we'll keep it up if you guys do. So. Let's see. Felipe says, does Dom have real beef with his dad?
No, he loves him. Come on.
No, it's not. It's a great work, Felipe. And the way Dom, like Grumps is saying, Dom takes it outside of the ring and interviews and why.
Because that's real Lucha Libre.
Yes. There has been some where his emotion has overcome him. And he's said some things. But I also take it as that was proper respect and a great point. But no, he does not. He is very respectable as his dad. He is just into the story and he is pushing it. And he is great. And his wife understands that. His family understands that. And I'm sure that, I mean, he said it many times on other shows, but Ray is actually so proud of Dom. He really is. He says it on lots of shows. And he can't believe how much, because he was still seeing him as a kid. He really was, he said.
Yeah.
And just the popularity that he has. And this was before the championship. He said when that crowd was booing him, not allowed to talk, he was like, man, my mijo made it. I can't believe it. Like, he did. He's in his own. He doesn't need the dad story or anything. So Ray is very, very proud of him.
Even though they were booing, that was the loudest pop.
Yes, it was. It meant something. Yeah. What's up, Doombot? All right, Shelf is loving it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Logan Paul is a talent and the brains for the business, but he needs to be there more to learn his timing on the mic with the crowd. Yeah, he has a ring at home and he trains at home constantly. He is training, but he does. The last mic one that he had with Cena was better, but you can tell when he loses it, right? And then he plays to the crowd and he just repeats himself. And it's like, okay, he broke. He does need more. He sells it so well on podcasts. Yeah, he does. That's what Hound is saying. That's a part of the culture and their story. Once you take on a persona, he does. And I don't know if you've caught it, Felipe, or how much you're into it, but these big shows that he does, he has been coming out in Lucha masks of representing old family or members or anything. You got to see it, because he'll just walk out real quick and then he takes it off and then he's back into Dom. So it is actually a shout out of love, and it's cool.
I think at Mania, his mask was his grandfather's, actually. Like
the Mania was the Money in the Bank. He did it too, and I believe it was an uncle. Somebody had said that Spider-Man looking one. And I'm just saying that with the eyes, the way the eye cut was. He just walked out in it and then he took it off. But I believe that was one of his uncles. Unfortunately, they don't have house shows anymore for Logan Paul to get those reps in. You're absolutely right.
Logan Paul's never gonna do a house show. Like no,
but if he was scheduled on it, that would help. Like if he was told, look, dude, you're gonna have to be put on.
Yeah, he definitely needs more reps. But I do not ever see Logan Paul doing a match where he's not on camera. There's no way.
Wrestling is absolutely right up there with my love for everything geek. It's great. Have my two favorite communities all in one spot. Thanks, Shelf. Appreciate it, man. Dom has done something Ray can never do, and that's have true heat. Yeah.
Yeah, Ray was he a heel in WCW?
When they were like, he didn't have the mask. When him and Conan were like gangsters, right? And they were trying like the thug thing and like that. They were trying to be bad. So Machu's right. Like it wasn't there.
No, no.
But even too, Dom is taking it to another level of they'll still boo him and cheer at the same time. Like that
he doesn't have to speak.
No,
and he's got the building shaking.
And when he does this, I mean, Grum's in my. That is my favorite, dude. Me and Corinne just bust up laughing because he's a character, man.
Yeah.
Thank God he has to still learn something, because man, if he had down, every wrestler would truly hate him even more than they do. Yeah. Logan's been botching a lot lately. He has. And I think that's overconfidence, where he may have his ring and like that, but you got to understand, you got to work a little more, because I think that came from Felipe of a couple of good PLEs. And then the way that he came out, he may be thinking a little bit too cocky, and then I got this, and you don't have it, everyone. They were showing the slip that happened before, and then there was a background video that I saw of him cleaning the ropes beforehand.
Yeah, I saw that,
like learning before he did the flip on the table.
Yeah.
Like learning. But yeah, I think it's just the cockiness and him realizing he has to tone it down. He does in order to go on, you know?
Well, he doesn't have those NXT reps that some of the other guys have, like
Correct.
Braun Breaker.
Right. It's also he goes for big moves. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, understandable. All right, so yeah, Dom, great character. I'm loving Dom. Who is next, Hound?
The men's ladder match.
With
L.A. Knight. Yeah. Penta.
Yeah.
And then we Penta, then Andrade, Solo, Seth Rollins, and El Grande Americano.
So weird that he was in it, but okay. I'm still feeling that. Like that was so weird.
I just want to be like, it's funny, kind of. But I want to be done already. Like, come on. I wanted the body double thing to happen because I grew up on that so much. I don't know if you remember that, Grumps. But when a body double came up and it wasn't, as a kid, that blew my mind.
Well, I think as a kid, but the Killer Bees did that switch thing. I don't know if you remember Killer Bees with the mask. And they would switch, you know, so.
The one for me is when that one famous ref, they brought out a twin of him.
Hebner.
As a kid, that blew my mind. I had no idea what was going on. I just like that. And I've been waiting for that moment, and I thought it was going to happen where he was going to come to the ring. You know, and Grande Americano is wrestling in the ring, and he's just cheering him on. I cannot wait for that to happen. Like, it needs to happen.
I don't know what the payoff is with this story. So Chad obviously lost at the Worlds Collide. and El Grande Americano lost, and then Chad lost. I will get into it, but he lost on Monday night.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the payoff here with the story?
Correct. Yeah, I don't know, but he was in it.
Yeah.
He did it. He does a good job. Solo is such a hilarious character.
He's gotten better, I think, with this new.
Yeah.
You know what I feel, Grumps, of him being the littlest brother that he has to be, and I think it was hard for him to be the silent representation during the bloodline. Because if you hadn't caught any of the behind the scenes, he messed with the crowd all the time.
Yeah.
All the time of jokes and everything. I feel like that's the real Solo. I really do, and maybe they're just letting him open, because when he does it, he nails it.
Yeah, he was doing all the taunts and stuff. Like
I feel like him being the youngest, he has to. It's either you have to as the oldest or you have to as the youngest. So he's automatically good at it. When he did the Penta walk, I lost my shit, dude. He was just Solo is great.
Yeah.
Give me that fucking Solo all day, dude.
Yeah,
he was so good.
I don't want to return to like Solo from like last year doing
Street
like when he was like the main spot with Cody. Like that's not Solo. Like this, I want more of this Solo that was in this match.
Yes,
just cracking jokes.
Go ahead. It was, and I'll even take the Jacob. When he rips Jacob, you know what I mean?
Oh my god,
it's still funny.
Oh yes, no brains with it.
Yeah. So when he turned, which was great for us to see, Jacob is so pushed over. Instead of running to the ring, they played his fucking music. That's when I was like, wow. I mean, you knew it was going to happen, but anybody else who came out didn't get any music. No, nothing. They played his music, and I was like, this is where he is. He's there, which is good. That's cool. I'm down with that. And it was cool for the I hate you. And then he put him through the ladder. That Solo. Yeah, that Solo was great. He gave us the comedy. He did his work in the ring. He got put through the done. Great. Jacob knows you talked about him behind his back. Great story. That was awesome.
Yeah.
LA Knight, I kind of feel like sometimes that dude goes on the script by himself. Like, I don't know. I feel he does moves of like, I know he goes over with the crowd, and I think that gets to him mentally. Because if you see some of the stuff he does, like whoever he's in the ring with kind of gives him that look of like, bro, what are you doing? you know, he wants to hit his move. He wants to show off. He wants to this. You can work the crowd well. You don't have a thing anymore. Go ahead and chase it. But I feel like he just needs a different storyline for that.
Yeah, I think LA Knight is still so unbelievably over, and it's been since WrestleMania 39 that he's just been consistently still getting cheered at.
Wait a second, Harold, wasn't it? Didn't it start with Bray Wyatt when he was working with?
No,
did that? No,
it started. I remember it started around the time of WrestleMania 39 in that weekend because he did the SmackDown Andre the Giant tournament thing, and he got eliminated, and everyone booed, and they chanted for LA Knight, and then at Mania during the Miz match, everyone was wanting for LA Knight to show up, but it was some football guy, and I think that's when it started. I think LA Knight has a more specific day. I think it's November or something, but he's been over for years now, and it sucks that he's only been U.S. champ. He should be climbing up the ladder. He should have won this match. I love Seth. He's definitely my top 5, but he doesn't need a briefcase. He didn't need it. It should have been.
As we talked about Mommy, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah,
it should have been LA Knight or hell, even Penta. You know,
I was hoping for Penta.
Yeah,
LA Knight I think is on a work of his own, like you said. He's been there, so he has his popularity thing. I think LA Knight, if that was starting to fall off, then we should start pushing him back for a belt. But he's doing his crowd work. He's your old memories of wrestlers put together, and that's working for him. So
we all had 3 different guys, 3 different.
Okay, who did you want?
Oh, you go, Hans. You go.
I think I wanted either Rollins, LA Knight, or Penta. If either of those people won, I would have been happy. But then after Seth won, I'm like, you know what?
I had one guy,
Who?
Andrade. I
You
Oh
did?
yeah, he's
because
such a
I
dark
have
horse.
loved Andrade since NXT,
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
and I
Okay.
think he just needs a mouthpiece, like
Yes. Yes.
a manager.
Yeah, he did so well with Zelina. Like put him back with Zelina or just give him
Yeah,
someone new.
like
He did.
him, Hound, him, and Malachi Black, Alistair Black, sorry, back in
Uh-huh.
NXT, they had a couple of great main event, NXT title matches.
100%.
So I was like, man, because I don't know how, if you remember, like a month or so ago, or 3 weeks ago, they fired him, or people thought they fired him.
Andrade? Yes.
Andrade,
I
yeah.
know. I heard it too, Hound. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was out there on the list of fires. Well, that's what everybody had
exactly.
thought.
So I was,
Yeah.
this sucks. I love this guy. But then they
He's
brought him
elite.
back and they put him in the match. I was like, this could be
Mhm.
it. So that was my guy. I knew it was a long shot, but that was my guy.
Okay. All right. Just gonna go to the comments real quick. Machu still talking about Logan. Said you could train in the ring over and over,
Yeah,
but once you get
that's
in front of
true.
a crowd,
Yeah.
it's a totally different story. Shell says can't stand lame night. Sorry, sorry, Hound.
Sorry, Hound.
Sorry. Andrade's
balls.
balls. Rest in peace. He went through a lot that match. He did. I was kind of even wondering if he got hurt because I felt, when you sit on the outside of the ring too long, like there was a time there where I even questioned, hey, what happened to Andrade? And he was just kind of dipped in the corner of the ring, and I was like, did he get hurt?
I thought about these type of matches.
Yeah, because you have to wait your turn of what was
Yeah.
scheduled, and unfortunately, he was just chilling in the corner. Like I caught it where I thought, but I'm with you, Grumps. He did a good job. He does need a kind of a push of somebody
I
else with
wish.
him.
I think that
Yeah.
the wrestling talent is there.
Yeah, catchphrase champs are the worst.
Oh,
You got
Solo
over.
is great. I love the
wait
funny
a
Solo.
second.
Felipe even says Solo was funny.
Yeah.
Definitely youngest sibling energy with Solo. It
Yeah.
is. It really is. Like, I'm sure he has to have all the comebacks and everything. The way that he just picks up, like you were saying, how when he did everybody's thing, just perfect. It wasn't. Who knows if that was even scripted?
Probably
it just
not.
worked. Right?
Yeah.
He was so good. And if Jacob is going to be the growling one, Solo has to be the talker. Solo is now of Jay, and Jacob is becoming Solo. Okay. Yeah. If Logan Paul isn't losing, that price is not worth watching. Yeah, for everybody who's just came to check out him. I feel like the briefcase is a heel prop. Yeah, because the way that you have to use it, maybe.
Yeah.
Shelf wanted Seth. Andrade just can't catch on. Great wrestler,
Yeah.
but again, he makes people look good. Oh, he makes them look really good.
Yeah.
That is his, but he needs his own time too. Give Andrade Alejandro Estrada as a manager, and he'll get away.
Remember that guy?
Nice. Let's do it. But yeah, that's where we're at. So it ended up being Seth. With that,
So we're all in agreement. Seth didn't need this.
Yeah.
I didn't think he did.
No.
I didn't think he did. His
I
boys
didn't think
could
he
have
did
came
either.
out and played. We had Heyman there. We know his group. We know his power. But again, Seth is there. You don't need that. Seth can steal a match any other way.
He's still gonna be the top story of Monday Night Raw.
He is. He doesn't need to come in and cash that. So with him winning,
because technically you're not losing a ladder match. Like you're not getting beat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it doesn't look. The visual is not bad. Is what
The
I'm saying.
story of him cashing in has to be great.
Yeah, like I don't think it's going to live up to this one.
No, it's not going to live up to the
Who's
Brock
that?
Lesnar. No.
Oh, Rocks, yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is going to have to be, with him winning it, it's going to have to be great. It really is, for it to go over that way. Because again, like we said, the women's one was a lot of good people. Okay, that was good. This one had some strange, but it was still good. I was just going off of Penta for popularity to give him, And you know what? If Penta maybe got an Intercontinental Championship or, something to that, we got one of the lower belts and pushed him that way, where he just had to cash in and get it that way and him hold it a long time, I felt that would have been good. He doesn't need a championship, but he needs to start that belt reign up there.
Hound knows this. Like, the difference between Penta now and Penta and AEW. Like, now he's getting to show everything he can do. Like, his charisma and his wrestling ability.
Yeah, well, I mean, Penta in AEW was more like a tag team guy. He was with
definitely a tag team guy, but they weren't on TV. Him and his brother were, his brother was injured a couple of times, and I get it, but
and so now he's allowed to show off.
He's being presented as a star now.
Well, the crowd loves it all. His moves are great. He hits them. I think I've only seen him mess up once so far, and it wasn't bad at that.
Happens,
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, it wasn't bad. It was a mess up that can happen, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So I see him not as a champ, though. You know how I love when we get like these Seth Rollins come to the ring and we see all their belts, that they've won and their status like that. I feel like that's going to be Penta, and we need to see that. 2 U.S. championship, 2-time Intercontinental, 1 time as world. Like, we need Penta to get these belts. Him and his brother maybe tag team once.
Yeah,
something happened, because when I see Penta, the way that he is with the crowd, the moves that he does, the way he can sell with other people, I see that list next to him as he comes out, definitely for sure.
I would love to see Lucha Bros versus Motor City Machine Guns or the Usos or DIY. I feel like Penta is a really good singles guy, and so is Phoenix. They're both really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like maybe they feel like it's too early to put any titles on them. But hopefully, I mean, they'll probably be together as a tag team one day. So
I think one day further.
Titles before that.
Yeah, that's how I feel. We can give them titles before and then throw in that, bring it back and throw in that tag team just a couple times and then go. I mean, shit. We had Jay and Cody as tag team champions for a little bit. It was just real quick. It was fun. There you go.
That leads into the next, to the main event, right?
Yeah, which was next, right, Hound?
Yeah.
Yeah, the super star-studded tag match of Cena and Logan Paul versus Yeet Man and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, came out with Cody. That was cool. We had the yeeting through there.
Oh, wait a second, Hound. That's not.
This is Cody.
I know, but that's old school Cody.
That's an old Cody. Yeah.
My new Cody is like in the detail.
That's not the American Nightmare Cody.
We had them come out. It was good to see Cody. Crowd still loved him with the singing. There you go. Yeah. That was good. It was cool to see him back. Him and Jay work well together. Like I just said, they were tag team champs for a while. I think that comes to old kid family life, right? Probably messing around in the ring, growing up so many times, you just know what to do with each other. You don't have to call it out like Jay and Jimmy, So he's great with Cody. I knew that was going to work. John coming out with Logan, that was cool. I like the turn of them arguing. That worked well, because yes, you have the cocky kid not listening when and for Cena to say, I'm trying to teach you. Yeah. Good. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's working in the sense where I know we may not be with it, but that was working. What got me for Logan was that hit while he was holding the drone. That was a cool scene. That was a cool scene. When we had the one, but the second hit coming in of the rock smash that you didn't know about, I was like, okay, that was actually pretty cool.
That was awesome. But I did see some people on Twitter point out, and I think it is a valid criticism where, like, I think if Logan knew that that camera was gonna be right on his face, I feel like he should have given more emotion because he was just like doing like a deadpan, just waiting for Cody to do the suplex. It wasn't like
that's exactly what we're talking about, the inexperience.
It wasn't selling.
That's correct. He
was
was
just waiting.
he's going through the dance in his head. Like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
he knew he was waiting for it. So
Yeah.
that's exactly what we're saying is he needs that presence. Like Machu was saying, you know, those
Yeah.
house shows is something that helps you with that.
Yeah.
Because, and for those of you listening, wondering what a house show is before, during in the middle of the week, they would visit your small little arena and you can go.
Yeah.
And what they were actually doing was practicing their matches for TV. They'd come out and work on their ring work.
Yeah.
Because I went to plenty that I saw that ended up, oh, this is what I saw at Ontario.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Yeah.
They were working on it. They were having fun, what they needed to do. You got to see your favorite wrestlers. You got to yell as a crowd. You had no idea you were actually just watching practice for a TV show.
Here
which is
in
great.
New York, on Madison Square Garden back in the day, and a lot of people don't know this, they would show the MSG matches sometimes, you know, at night or in the evening. But my best friend's dad was a cop. So a lot of the times what they would do is they would have a whole show in the afternoon for the cops and the firemen and whatever. And it would be a whole card, you know, top to bottom, like 1 o'clock till 3 or 4, whatever it is. And then they would have another show at night. And that would be the one that the ticketed event that everyone would go to, and it would be on MSG Network. And so, yeah, you know, like you're saying, the house shows were a thing. They were doing some when they were in Europe. They were doing some. You could look online. You'll see. CM Punk was working with.
They were.
Gunther.
You know what I not to say that was a cash grab, Grumps, but you know what I felt that was we're only out here for a limited time. We need to give them more to show.
Yeah,
I loved it though.
Yeah.
You're right though. I loved it because the difference was they weren't getting the practice anymore. They were actually having fun. I love some of those clips. Have you seen them, Hound?
Yeah.
Some of them were hilarious.
Yeah.
Like Punk working with all different people. You had such crazy, weird dream matches in your head that were actually taking place, and all they were doing were having fun. Like you could see that
Gunther in the cage, like no,
Yeah,
that wasn't advertised. Yeah.
correct, right? There was some where the refs were doing crazy things. That dude was kicking people out and doing a cartwheel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kicking people out.
Yeah.
I saw one with damn it, who was it? The girls were wrestling. Was it Rhea and somebody? And they actually had switched and acted like they didn't know, where the ref was then wrestling the girl and Rhea was calling. And then they did that. They looked at each other and said, "Oh," and they did the flip. Like it was just hilarious. Like it was a lot of fun for them. And you know, it would be great if they brought that back, because some of these tickets are getting too damn expensive. It's wild. It's really wild. Give us those house shows, because you can tell the wrestlers are having fun. But at the same time, we are in a different time now, an era where they get to go home with their family for a couple days. They meet at the next one.
It's much better for them. Yeah.
Yes, I do get it. But I think that's what happened overseas. Grumps was they had to be out there. Let's do something, and you know, they had fun with it.
Those crowds are amazing out there. I mean, my goodness.
We had, you know, Jay working and having to take some injury. Cody was back. Jay was getting most of the punishment. You know, we're waiting for the tag. Logan and Cena fighting was a surprise. I liked how that turned out. And then we get to the end, and we had it. And I'll tell you what, dude, I was totally fucking surprised that I'm yelling at Corinne. I honestly, for a second, dude, I had really, the way that it happened, I thought somebody jumped the barricade. I really did.
I didn't know who it was at first.
I didn't know either.
Until I saw his ankles. And
not even then. I was still going through my head. I'm like, who is this? Who is this? Like, I really didn't think it was happening. And we get the reveal, you guys, that R-Truth came back. Now, what we may be missing is, unfortunately, R-Truth was let go. And it hurt the entire fandom. locker room. It was everything. And I'm sorry they're trying to say, was it a work? That was not a work.
No, hell no, it wasn't.
That was not
It
a work.
wasn't.
They let him go. They let Carlito go. And there was quite a few others that were let go at the same time as well, too.
Carlito wasn't doing much of anything.
Yeah.
No, but
he
unfortunately, they
got
sent him
paycheck
to
and
one
he
of
had
the
a
other
vacation,
things, too,
yeah.
and he had just won a
And
championship.
he won the belt.
And then he's like, and now I got to go home, papi? What is that? Yeah, so, like,
Yeah.
I get it. And Carlito will always go and do something. It was nice seeing him. They, should have did more with him. He was still in it. He was still doing stuff. I do feel that's a WWE spot. But as that one, it sucked because they weren't working with him. They weren't. So go ahead and go do something. R-Truth being in the main event at Saturday night and then what he did and everything, that blew everybody's fucking mind. The fans went on a tangent. The locker room went on a tangent.
Yeah.
Everybody did. Because unfortunately, Taker's gone now, and Taker used to be your grandpa dad. You went for him for talks. He told you if you were messing up. There's always that one who controls everything. I feel like that's Nat over there for the women, but because they don't have anybody else in that spot. But Nat can definitely play that role of the mentorship, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they said, though, that was truth, and you didn't know it. He was there for you. He was showing the new kid stuff. He was making sure the girls were getting their bumps right. He was joking all the time. You can go to R-Truth and brighten your day, basically. Because he was funny on screen, but him and as a person, as they said, was even more appealing in the back. He was there for you. He was teaching you stuff. And this affected them big time. And the crowd, that when it happened, I was not expecting that to be R-Truth. He revealed it, and I was like, oh shit. And wow, they brought him back. That was to end it that way was such a high for what I felt was, I think it just enhanced the whole PLE, right? It really did. And it was a good PLE, and the lucha at the beginning was good, but the way that it ended, wow, that was
cherry on top.
Really good. Yes. Yeah. So, Hound, did you know? Cena. Did you feel what? Ron Cena was.
I'm sorry.
That was the. Cena I want that shirt. Up. Yeah. When the whole music. Oh my, dude! I want a Ron Cena shirt.
That guy is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Hound, how did you feel? Did you think truth? Did you what?
Yeah, well, when he was attacking Cena, I was like, oh, wait, what's this? But then, I saw his hoodie lift up, and you could see his back. So okay, I saw his back. So okay, this has to be R-Truth. There's no other way. I don't think it could be anyone else. And he put him off, and I was like, yeah, let's go. It's R-Truth. He's back. WWE. I think Sean Rossap reported that WWE and R-Truth did have some talks from after he got fired. Or not fired, but they weren't going to renew his contract. Then we tried to contact him to try and make a new deal, but he was just kind of dodging them. Then Nick Khan, which is the CEO of WWE right now, he was able to get a deal done before Money in the Bank. And Machu, R-Truth was amazing in the Judgment Day.
Yes. Machu saying to be on his tooth run in Judgment Day was more memorable than Carlito's run.
Yeah.
It was.
God,
yeah.
It was fun.
You're right, Machu. And he wasn't an official member of the Judgment Day. You're right. Yeah, Hound, it was cool. And we'll talk into the contract stuff because as we move into Raw, we'll just go over it real quick. He did show up there. He climbed on the table. He's made his announcement. Triple H, unfortunately, tried to say that it was a work. I love that we got the truth. And it was R-Truth's daughter who went on and was like, no, you fired my daddy.
No, I think it was his son. Right?
Oh, it was the son? I thought it was his daughter.
Some family member.
His kid.
One of the children went under his Twitter of saying, we know what you guys wanted. Oh, we got you. And they put on there and said, you fired my daddy. that is where you know, like, oh man. And yes, what Hound said is what happened. I love it. I think it's great. But on the background end of it, him coming back as Ron Killens is even so much more his real name, because after this he could pick up money on that. That is why you don't use your real name. But now, not to say that he screwed WWE, because I don't feel that he was like that. But to say that he returned with a better contract or a good way to retire out, good for him. Good for him. Because him using his real name and going off of this now, he's going to be able to receive more royalties. He has it there. He can leave right away and go do something else. Smart play. Very, very smart.
Yeah, because just this Tuesday, they had like one of the new hot free agents from AEW, Mariah May, and she had to like completely just change her name so that WWE can just trademark it so they can own it. So now she's known as Blake Monroe.
He did a good job.
Yeah,
you're right, because like that, that name's a staple for her. It's going to be very hard for her to change it over here and people to catch on, because it's a whole different name now. And if you don't know her background already, she's just a new girl to you, which kind of sucks for what she's done, right? So
yeah, she was great.
For R-Truth to do that, good job. Not that I feel that R-Truth in any type of way was like, well, fuck you then, this is what's happening. No. He got fired. He didn't badmouth. He didn't say anything. He gave a thank you to everybody. I love you. He spent time. He didn't attack nobody. He hearted. Yes, exactly. He hearted everybody's stuff. You guys these are characters. And when you hear a locker room cry over you for your real personality, that's where it comes into effect. For him not coming on and talking shit or, oh, I'll do this or that, says a whole lot too. So he was able to come back at them, use his real name, and have that now. And when he made his presence known on Monday night, he cut his hair. I'm Ron Killens. The truth will set you free. Oh my God. Already a fucking call name and a good story. I'm already invested.
This actually makes me think the whole thing is the work, though.
I know it does, but the best thing is we know that it wasn't. You know, and where we know that it wasn't was because on that first Monday Night Raw, when it happened, they were not putting it in the subtitles. They were deleting the chance crowds. It was lowered. They were bringing up the volume because that crowd was really. And then I think when they actually started talking to him, and now by SmackDown, they were letting it play. They weren't addressing it, and that was crazy when John Cena addressed it on Friday night.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, the crowd was saying we want truth, and then
they wouldn't stop, Grumps, and that's what I'm saying was.
And he posted that on Twitter. Yeah,
as a story, that was when they are talking, but we didn't know that because it was Saturday. But for John to address it, you can't handle the truth. Woo! Yeah.
It's this guy all over again.
Yeah, Machu, that was part of it too. The rumors were that they were going to give him a huge pay cut. They couldn't come to terms, so you're gone.
Yeah.
Good for him. Respectable, stand your ground. That is. Why? You've been there forever. Get what you are. You're not just a laugh thing. Look at what happened. And there it was. So he said that. And then we had his new slogan and his new turn. I'm all in. Let's do this. Oh my God. That's going to be cool.
It reminds me of his heel run in 2011 because he said the same thing of like the truth. So I'll set you free. So hopefully he comes on another Raw and lights up another cigarette and shit.
It would be cool. Like I'm all for it. Let's do it. So it was cool. Yeah. I love that he came out and thanked everybody. The speech was great. The everything well played, well played. I'm glad the way that this happened. This isn't going to happen for everybody. You can't do that. This was a special situation where I think like it showed it affected everybody. They were going to get in trouble if they were because the locker room had on our true shirts for that Monday night. And they were told you cannot wear that. You better take it off or you're going to be in trouble. Yeah. Now, Dom snuck in the Carlito shirt That was awesome because you said they were so taken on everybody with the R-Truth shirt that's what you said, but you didn't say nothing about Carlito, and Dom wore a Carlito.
Yeah, and I think Liv had Carlito on her boots.
On her boots.
Yeah.
I saw that as well too, which good. That's awesome. You know? So it was great. It was well done. That was cool.
So how do we feel about Cody beating John Cena? And
oh yeah, Cody did pin Cena to win the match.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it just played for everything. He hit him with the belt. It was there, but let's see where Cody's comes back with this story.
I mean, do you guys think we're gonna go through this routine where John eventually loses to Cody, or
no? I hope not. I think Cody needs to be done. He's over. He had his run. He can now be up there. Everybody wants to sing his song. We can do something else with Cody. We can put him in different stories, and I think that's what shows. And I was happy with, because then also on Raw, we're getting Hound called it. We're gonna get CM Punk and John Cena. So that's the next. We didn't address it. We moved on to John's next story, which
that's
cool.
A SmackDown thing, though, isn't it? I mean, I know it happened on Raw, but
what do you mean?
Well, the world champion, the world championship was defended on Raw, and
that was crazy.
The Universal title, or whatever it is, the undisputed title, is a SmackDown belt. And I know they did the thing on Raw, but what are we doing here?
They're going to go to Saudi Arabia and do it at King of the Ring, right?
Yeah, and plus I think Raw was in the same, just for convenience sake, Raw was in the same arena as Money
to announce it. You know why I think they did it, Grumps, is exactly what you were saying was, okay, what happens with Cody now? I think so immediately, right? Because everybody tunes into Raw for where does that story go next?
After PLE,
And this is what it was Cody wasn't even mentioned. We got Punk is up next at bat for John's story.
Cody,
they didn't even mention Logan or anything.
Yeah,
it just immediately went to that.
Yeah, Cody is in the ring, King of the Ring. So he's gonna go to Saudi. He's gonna challenge, the other winner and challenge for the title for probably Gunther at SummerSlam. So
with him backing up Jay, he could be with Jay. I mean, so we'll go right into that. That was crazy as far as Gunther and Jay, and they took it away from Jay, and they gave it right back to Gunther.
Let's go, baby!
I wasn't happy with that.
I wasn't either.
I'm glad it happened. Like I like Jay, but his world title one was just meh. And I'm glad that Gunther's back as a champion. I love Gunther. I think he's perfect. He's great on the ring. He's great in the ring and fantastic on the mic. I don't know what they were doing with him for the last couple of months, but just keep doing what you were doing. Push him.
Everybody gets a vacation. Cody was on vacation. He was on vacation. Yeah. I understand. I get what you're saying, Hound. You guys know I'm not a Gunther fan.
Really?
But
I love Gunther.
No, I can't. I'm like, why do they keep selling this dude over? He's not to me. He's not. I have never been able to make that connection with Gunther.
Yeah, I would have put Heyman with Gunther instead of Seth Rollins.
To let him push. Yeah. I just feel that I can understand what you're saying, Hound. But with Jay, he was still a big part of the story as a champion. He played with the crowd. He was still coming out for his friends. He was still doing tag team stuff. Yes, I'll fight you. He put up his title for anything. He was prominent instead of just coming up and holding your belt up for the next PLE. Like we said, Io. Io needs to be working. She's a great wrestler. She can't just be in the background and keep holding up her title. And that's what I feel that Gunther does. He's going to be on to his next. Okay, he'll come do his mic work. I'll fight you at the next PLE. That's how he goes.
Well, I mean, that's just the character of Gunther. Is that he?
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying was this run with Jay was different for the crowd, for the work on TV. Like I saw a switch happening, and I don't know, but I felt they should have gave him more time. Maybe a little bit longer to see what was going to happen. You can actually pull Gunther away. You should have tried something different with Gunther, somebody else, somebody big time could have went against Gunther for some reason, like you're saying, maybe even Cody, you know, a story there as far as I was gone, you attacked my friend, you attacked the announcers, I don't let that fly, and Gunther and Cody could have went at it. But taking it away from Jay, I didn't like because you were doing this different story with Jay for a different whole champion. Yes, he wasn't your normal champion, you're right. But in this time, it was different, and the crowd was loving it. We needed to stop all these damn people trying to hand their kids to Jay. That needs to fucking stop. What the fuck? He did it twice as far as grabbing a kid.
Now
that was cool. But now it was like, oh my God, every single one. Take my boy. Take my boy. Not even caring. Not even. Look, he's eating. He has on your glasses. Take my boy. Like, no, dude, don't.
It's funny because he put the kid down on Monday night, and I don't know where the parents were.
Yeah.
I said that too. Oh my God, Grumps, that's so funny because I looked at Corinne and I said, ooh, that kid's lost. You just saw the crowd just go. He had walked with that kid, came down like you said, set it down, and that vanished. Oh my God, what did we just witness? Yeah. So that is just my take on it. It was this different champion. Was cool to see him out there all the time. The crowd loved it. I love the eating with the crowd. Everybody, that was cool. We could stop handing your kids, and we could stop the doing it 2 times.
Yeah, that it got really repetitive. Like it was fun, like the first time he did it,
and it was cool. That
yeah,
I think a couple times.
Hate.
Yeah, that was cool. But you see what I'm saying? The difference. He was there for his friends. I'll wrestle you. Gunther is Gunther.
Let's go with what you guys are saying.
Okay.
So now we have Seth Rollins, Money in the Bank winner.
Crazy.
Gunther is the World Heavyweight Champion, and
Cena.
John Cena is still the undisputed WWE Champion. So now what? 3 heels. 3 heels. Now what?
Yeah.
Like,
you're right. We don't have our
where do
baby
you
face.
go now?
Yeah.
I think
I don't know how this story pans out.
Well, maybe that's a good problem, right? Maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, Triple H has said that like you gotta work yourself in a corner, brother, to see how you escape that corner, brother.
and well, I mean, but Grumps makes a good point though, Hal.
Yeah, no, for
you
sure.
already called the CM Punk and John Cena. That's locked in. And we had said this. We may not like the heel turn of Cena, but then doing this to your every PLE, is different. It is catching on a little bit because he walks out, he puts his towel down, and I'm loving the cut my music. That's cool. We know that's coming now, right? And then he waits and he does the whole my ass is out and the turn, and he waits for his announcement, which is cool now too. The greatest champion, like, okay. So if we're going to do this outro and now you're doing all these different people, okay. So we just had you team with Logan Paul. You said you're going to make a YouTube character. He didn't want to listen to you and you were trying to teach. Now CM Punk is coming in because Punk feels he needs to do this. John says step up and do it. Gunther was fighting with Jay for so long that Jay had him tap out. Seth is a heel, like you're saying, heel against heel. I feel, yes, that Seth can take out Gunther. Gunther and Seth in a match is just weird to me. That's 2 very different styles.
Yeah.
Very, very different. And that's the reason why I don't. Gunther is so old school in his suplexes and his holds and like that, where Seth is running all over the place. It's just going to be weird. It looked weird because Jay had to conform to him. Now, why it worked was because we had Jay coming out of tag team of doing all that. And he was doing this little way to the top, but he did have to learn a certain way. And him putting it out in a sleeper hold was great because like that, Seth is not going to win with the stomp to Gunther. Like that's that's not, it just doesn't play well. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
no,
it's very weird because I don't see Seth going after John because John is just going to keep doing his dream matches on his way out.
Because Punk is involved in the match with Cena, I think Seth will get involved with this match with Cena because Seth just wants to see Punk's dreams all burned up and stuff, and I think they're still going to keep that feud going. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just some shenanigans with Seth in Saudi. And
you're right. Okay.
Of course, the whole thing about Punk and Saudi that is really funny. So
yeah, we'll have to see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Machu says they still protected Jay because they kept talking about how Jay was being overworked because he was up.
And he didn't tap out on it. He passed out. So
yes. Oh, Shelf. Gunther is awesome, so Shelf likes him. Jay is a catchphrase champ. Boring. Sorry, Shelf. He called that earlier too. Jay is still better than LA Knight, though.
Yeah.
Matt
No.
says.
No.
Look at Shelf says, okay, agreed, Machu. You're right. That's funny. Let's see. Jay almost ran over a kid on the way to the ring on Monday. Yes, I saw that too. Because everybody's trying to come out to do it with him. I was calling all the kids out that were just getting knocked over or disappearing. Grumps is like 4 letters, 1 word. Hate.
Hate.
That's me.
Brick, super late hate fan. What's up, Brick? Yeah, this is just, I mean, you have a point, but also at the same time, with CM Punk and Seth, we know they hate each other. Seth coming in to mess that up is no. We need Seth to be dominant over here. Seth can't show his dominant team if he just keeps going after CM Punk. That's, we know they hate each other. Okay, we got it. You guys kept that feud. Bring up your crew and let's see. The only way that would work is with it came in later and CM Punk starts a crew against that. But this has to be later. Your story written is kind of done right now, right? Like, that's it.
If
Stormfire says,
we could do some fantasy booking. I mean, if Seth cost CM Punk against John Cena, and then Punk costs, Seth goes to cash in against whoever, and then Punk costs him to cash in. That kind of takes care of having a heel with the briefcase, and
he can't use it no more. It didn't happen. Yeah.
I don't know if I want like another failed cash in there. Like I really hate when they.
What was the last one, Hound?
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, CM Punk messed up Drew.
Yeah,
cashing in. He did cash it in.
He did, and then he won, but then he lost it right away.
No, Drew didn't cash in. No, it was.
No, you're right. Yeah,
it was Drew. No, it was Seth and Drew and Damien cashed in
on Drew.
So the last failed one was what's his name?
Drew, because he cashed in on later that night at Money in the Bank. CM Punk costed Drew the match.
He won the last one, and he cashed out right away, and it didn't work.
Yeah, so it's been Seth. Damien, I think, and then Drew.
Wasn't it? What's his name? He's not with WWE anymore. Baron Corbin.
Yeah. He was the first or second failed cash in with Cena. Because Cena rolled him up in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Machu says, I think we can all agree we're more invested in a J match than an LA Knight match.
Yeah.
Shelf is like, not really.
Well,
maybe.
Where does Roman? We haven't mentioned Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, Roman.
Yeah,
he's a wild card in this too.
As we talk about our truce contract, there's rumors as well too that they were talking about Roman saying, "Why are we paying this guy so much money? He doesn't show up."
Oh, that's
crazy.
And that is TKO talk, right?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We know that's crazy. It was crazy for our truth. You have this invested person there for so long, and I feel like on our truth side, they saw that main match and him go over, and maybe one of them was watching like, who is this guy? Oh, he's been here for years. Of course, somebody's going to look at that and be like, he makes how much? No, he can go.
Yeah,
We don't
but
need to do
Truth is
that.
53 years old. He's past his prime.
Yeah. I agree
Some
with
of it was understandable. Maybe not
I
all.
know. It was just the way that everything happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Machu. Jay needed to go back to Jimmy. Not really about Jay being better, the better Jay. Jay has been in the business his whole life. Paul is just as good, not as polished. But Jay botches a lot.
Preach.
I know. That was part of the story.
What's up, Chewy?
Hey, Chewy.
Yeah, they made it part of the story because he kept botching. That's why.
No. No, Hal, don't talk.
Yes.
You won't even watch my bots videos that I send you. So no,
I
don't.
did. Yeah.
No, he doesn't watch. Ernie, he doesn't watch the AEW botches I send him. He
Yeah,
refuses.
because I'm watching the show. I like
I love AEW. Was there anything else that happened during Raw that we need to go over? I mean, who did we have on Raw, or Federation? You guys, was there something we missed on Raw that was important? You know, we had R-Truth coming out. Yeah, we had Bailey's back.
Yeah, Bailey. Yeah, she's back. Yeah,
Bailey's back. Love it. That was cool. She was all in white, blue hair.
Yeah.
Hi, Bailey.
Purple hair.
Yeah.
With her donkey.
I like Bailey.
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
I like Bailey coming back. I'm down for that. So what else was there?
Nikki Bella returned.
Oh, Nikki coming back. That was weird that Liv came back out.
Yeah.
Like to stick it to her that way. But I just feel that's a way to bring back her sister then. Because here's the thing is you got to think story hound. If Liv is the tag team champion, Nikki comes back and she just got attacked. Of course, they're gonna pair her with somebody, and when it comes to the next PLE, her sister is gonna come.
I don't want to see Remo again, dude. I don't.
I'm just saying that's just the way it works. And do you think her and John said hi to each other in the back?
That's crazy.
Bro, somebody posted a thing on Facebook today how they were both flat on their back Monday night.
Really?
Nikki and John. Yeah.
Adorable.
Here's the thing that I caught that was funny as far as behind the scenes relationships. Dom is married and they talk about him and Liv, but they have been together since they were kids. And I think she understands the business. I think the on the lips is a little bit too far for her. So they were doing on the nose and stuff.
Yeah.
I think now she knows that he has to. And I'm not saying it in that manner. Where we say how good Dom is and that he takes this to the interviews and how he has to be outside of it. So I get that. But, he has a wife there. That's understandable. We have Becky, who keeps calling her sexy husband. And I do find it weird that he never says my sexy wife or mentions her and every stuff, right? Yeah. Like, that is kind of weird. She needs to go with Seth. She does, because we're not liking his role.
No.
But then Finn in the background trying to mess up Liv. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Finn's wife made a debut in the AAA. Yeah. She was the host, the ones asking questions. That was Finn's wife. So that was cool.
And Finn can habla español.
Oh, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Yeah. Dom has said, here's one for Felipe. I don't know if you know this. Dom has said that Finn is actually like a second dad to him.
Really?
Not close. When he was training and going into this Judgment Day and having to pull away from his dad, Finn stepped up. And it was the two of them. And he has mentioned that before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So
that's
that
cool.
Was really
Finn.
Finn
cool.
Is
great.
Yeah. So his wife made a debut. And then it was really funny because where I'm getting at is John's now wife actually started showing up to the events like 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Cena's wife. She's been in the crowd. She sits in the front. Other people were showing her.
His wife is Indian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She has the long hair and everything, right?
Yeah.
They've been showing her show up, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, Nikki's back. Like,
Oh.
it is. That's why, you know, like,
Yeah.
Also,
she's coming back.
I do want to mention, Netflix did this like to them show, and in that they had some of the wrestlers there, and they did like a kiss cam, and they went directly to Liv and Dom, and like they did like a cute little like nose thing, but then the host was like, go more crazy, and and Liv was like, no,
correct.
Like,
That was good because they did do for the cam, and they did like that. Now where they played was like they were hiding Rhea because Rhea and Liv were walking around and doing stuff together because, you know, they're like friends, but they were hiding. Rhea kept hiding for that until they couldn't no more. And then they had their little outtake on the mic. And somebody wrote, that's crazy. Here's Rhea and Liv eating and playing a game. Why? I'm like, oh my God. Leave them alone. They were enjoying it, you know? So yeah, that was cool. So we had we had the Bellas come back. I think that's where that's going. We now have started the King of the Ring tournaments.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn match.
So we have to see that. And I think, that was...
Sami has a little thing going on with Karrion Kross.
Who?
Karrion Kross.
What about him?
You haven't seen
like
the last two?
They've been doing like backstage segments, and Karrion's like, you pretty much like, Sami, if you want to be a good guy, or if you want to get all the shit that you want, you need to be a bad guy, blah blah blah. And Sami's like, nah, I'm good enough to be a champion on my own. I don't need any help. So that's what's currently happening. So with that,
what are they going to do with Karrion? He's just been in the
background.
He's
another one that's selling a lot of merch now.
He is. The crowd is pushing for him. But his contract is coming up.
Yeah, he did that crazy promo after WrestleMania, and he hasn't had one match since, and his merch is selling like crazy. He's not even in the King of the Ring, like any of the so he easily could have been in that. So I don't know why he's not like doing anything. So
I don't know.
And that's coming up. What else? So we didn't miss anything else? No,
I think we got everything.
Yeah,
I love Osprey.
I
His
agree
match
with Max.
tonight,
I can't
the
get
squad
the
was
best
amazing.
of Osprey.
He cooked.
I don't know anything about wrestling, but what do you all think about the Boss Fight Studio Legends of Lucha Libre figures?
Yeah, they look great. I think that the first wave was Penta. He was a bit smaller than the regular wrestling figures that like made by WWE and AEW now. But I think the most recent releases are on more scale. So if you want to buy some of their stuff, because I think they can make just any luchador they want. So whether they're from AAA or CMLL, and they scale perfectly with your WWE and AEW figures. So
awesome, thank you, Hound. I knew you'd be the one to go for that. Hound collects them all, and Boss Fight Studio is a good company, so that's cool. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. If you guys want the Star Wars news, go over to Starlight Digest. Tell them I'm late, of course. The link is there. Star Wars knows. Yeah. Go over there. The link is there. Tell them I'm on the way, and check that out. Up next tomorrow is They're Not Dolls with the Toy Migos. And again, thank you to the Federation, everybody here. Grumps, thanks, man, for showing up.
Thank you for the invite. Always a pleasure.
Of course, man. Like I said, everybody's liking this.
This is lots of fun.
Somebody messaged me and was taking it back as far as my old days of doing a bunch with RLU, and they didn't watch some of the shows that we talked about, but they've been listening to us to catch up on this soap opera. Like they've got it the last couple of times.
The novella.
Like, hey, yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. So thank you guys for being here. Machu, you can jump in at any time too, but he has Between Two Sentinels going on too, so he'll jump in when he can. Chamba hasn't been caught up. I think Augie had to work. Rick couldn't make it, but we've had all different people here. So if you are into this, send a message of, hey, I would like to show up and rap with you guys about the next PLE. And as we get caught up with everything that's going on, let me know. Send me a message and we'll see what we can work out. But Grumps, you were able to make it over. Thank you. Hound, I know you're always down. So thank you very much, man. This is fun. And you bring all your knowledge to the
new generation. He's a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, because he has He has the matches down. He has the years. He's collecting. Look at, he added, he knew his comment right there for Marcus immediately. So Hound, thank you for bringing that knowledge to here and bringing it up, man. I'm glad we get to talk about something that you really, really love.
Yeah, I love this.
It's been fun, man. So Hound, how can everybody keep up with you?
Well, you can catch me just on right there, Wrestling Hound everywhere, Twitter, whatever, Instagram. I just want to say, if you did like the Lucha Libre stuff with AAA, AEW is going to be next week. They're going to have a big AEW versus CMML sponsored event in Mexico in the Arena Mexico building.
Oh, they're going to Mexico.
Yeah. So if you want some more Lucha Libre, definitely check that out. That's going to be a great show. I know Grumps doesn't like AEW, but
it's all good. It's all good.
But I love wrestling, and I'm just a regular guy. You know,
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
No, so that's cool. All right, Hound. And you're also always up in the Toy Migos Discord as well, too, which that link is down there as well. Grumps, what do you got going, man?
Bat Fanatic podcast, the Bat Force Radio, always. And my own page, Bat Force Grump. I'm in the live streams, in the chats and whatever. And I appreciate the invite, Ernie. This is so much fun. I mean,
thanks, man.
Both of you guys are great. Hound is great. You're great. So
thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I love when we can get into
again, men's mental health. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but men's mental health month. But let's support each other.
Absolutely. Like I said, I didn't come in here great. I had a bad day. I was upset. I was heated. I've already invited you guys. I was like, I had to do this. I'm still hot. I can't cool down, but I had a great time talking with you guys and the chat, the Federation.
Steam, baby.
You guys keep it up. And this is why we do what we do, because it helps to just talk and bring it out there. I've tried to share from my beginning as much as I can with my whole story and everything that goes on. And that seems to help and helped me a lot and brought out new friends and brought out things. Or sometimes just, it doesn't even have to be men's mental health. You listen to anybody who has something wrong, and even if you just listen, if nobody wants to take your advice or is there to ask for your advice, isn't it just sometimes where you just have to let it out? I'm not looking for an answer. I'm not looking for an answer. I know the answer. I could know the answer, but to let it out is important too. So
it really is.
If you got to go somewhere to talk, you call up a friend, you send them a message. Even, what the best way is? You start a message to your friend as, I know this may not be something to you. I know you're able to listen to me. I may know the answer. I just have to let this out, and you get into your paragraph. Still makes a difference.
That's great.
Makes a huge difference. Therapy, Grumps has talked about it. I've done it. Grumps has done it. There's nothing wrong with that.
10 years. I'm doing it. 10 years.
See if your work offers it. Some do, and you may not even know it because a lot of things have changed. But, when it is up there with Men's Mental Health Month, like I said, it was kind of weird because at the beginning I was able to post, and now they seem to be gone. So that's the way some things happen, but that don't mean that we're ignoring it. So do something. Be in the chat. Go in there and talk to a friend. Anything can make a difference. You matter, and it does get better. Like I said,
we'd rather have you here than not here. So
exactly.
For sure.
So guys, thank you. We'll see you over at the Sarlacc Digest, and we'll see you tomorrow on They're Not Dolls. What's up, Yoko? How are you? Go over and check out all her stuff. She is trying to catch up on content. She has so much stuff from Japan vlogs to unboxing. She had some sponsorships come in.
Beautiful pictures that she took.
She did the glam shots for the next round of work stuff. All there. Go, and you would just have to heart it, put a fire emoji, a thumbs up. That makes a difference in people's algorithm. And when you work hard at something, it matters. So go over to her channel. The link is there as well. And watch her videos. Turn them on in the background if you have to. And hit that thumbs up and to subscribe and bring it up. So what's up to Yoko? What's up to Dario? 80s baby. out there on the East Coast, our man on the street. I love you, Dario. He has work schedule, but he hops in when he is, and he's always catching the replay. Shout out to Tommy. Always jumps on too. He can. But thanks to the Federation, thanks to the Fett work of, Sarlacc Digest, Toy Migos, Boba Squadron, and everything. Love you guys for being there for everybody. All the links are below. Stay tuned to our channel. Like I said at the beginning, I'm going to try and do more. I need that, so I'm going to bring it to y'all. We'll see the difference we can do. We'll catch you later, guys. Peace. Thank you, gentlemen, again, very, very much. Later.